Okay, so now just we'll wait for the participants to, the numbers to increase, and I can already see that there are 54 right now, and very soon all the students of the EC department are soon going to join us. And we have a very dynamic speaker of the day today with us, Dr. Anand Nayyar, and he has given us his valuable time. He's connecting us from Vietnam. And as you people have already heard him in the FDP as well, he's a very energetic speaker, and he thrills you with the academic ride in the online sessions. And today he's come up with a very interesting topic, that is, cobotics. And we'll very soon start off with the proceedings as soon as I get a green signal from my head of the department. Dr. R.K. Yadav, sir, may I start, sir? Or shall we wait for 1 or 2 minutes more?
Yeah, Kunal, wait for 1 or 2 minutes more. Then
Yeah, sure, no problem.
2 minutes more.
Yes, we don't want, actually, see, it's exponentially increasing now. It's already 61. We are very hopeful that very soon it will be around 100 as well. I request all the class counselors as well, they notify the students and, get them joined in highest numbers, because this guest lecture is going to be very beneficial for the students as well, because Dr. Anand Nayyar shows very interesting slides of, last time drones flying all over, and some people asked him last time, I remember, that how can I buy a drone for my kid and all, and he also shared, that where can you buy all these things. So he is always, clarifying all the questions as well. So this time also definitely he'll tell you that if you want to buy something, because you people don't know, but I'll tell you, students, Dr. Anand Nayyar is also a professional drone pilot as well. He his hobby is to, his passion is to drive drones, and he'll show you in particularly in some slides as well these things as well. So it's 68 already now, and very soon I'll just take my leave, and I'll leave you with your host for the day, with your speaker for the day, Dr. Anand Nayyar. So it's already 68. Yes, sir.
Kunal, we can start. We can go
Okay,
ahead.
fine. So let us now
Wait for
officially
2
start off
minutes.
with the proceedings.
webinar होता है ना, मैं
2 minutes के बाद.
Yeah, definitely, sir. That I think.
उधर आरपी वही आ रहा है, वो थोड़ा करवा देना.
Okay, so students, I just want to tell you one thing. Now we have also with us Dr. Pawan Kumar Shukla, Professor EC Department, and I also welcome the Dean EII Department, Dr. Puneet Chand Srivastav has also joined with us now. Thank you so much, sir, for sparing your valuable time and being with us. So, Director sir, we are officially starting off with the event now, and I'll give a very brief introduction about today's topic. So, friends, this is Kunal from Rajkumar Goel Institute of Technology, Department of Electronics and Communication, and this is an online guest lecture on cobotics presented by Dr. Anand Nayyar, researcher and scientist in Dai Tan University, Da Nang, Vietnam. This event is being jointly organized by the Department of Electronics and Communication, RKGIT, and SPIU, State Project Implementation Unit, Uttar Pradesh. So officially starting off, I would like to bring in the captain of the ship, Director sir, Dr. D.R. Somshekarji, to please come up for the welcome address, please. Director sir, over to you. Please go ahead, sir.
Thank you, Mr. Kunal.
Thank you so much, sir.
Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. Honorable Speaker of the Day, Dr. Anand Nayyar, HOD of the department, Dr. Yadav, Dean EII, Dr. Puneet Chandran, committed band of teachers, and more than all, my dear students. At the outset, let me take this opportunity to welcome you all. Before that, it is my proud and privilege to welcome the Speaker of the Day, Dr. Anand Nayyar. Sir, on behalf of the institution, on behalf of the department, and on my own behalf, I wholeheartedly welcome you, sir, for the program that is on the topic cobotics. I also take this opportunity to welcome all the RKGITians and the students community. Friends, you all agree with me, it is a revolutionary taking place in the technological field. Of course, it is we can say COVID has given an impedance for the technology to advance and implement, because we were having a lot of fear whether the digital platform will work for the teaching, learning, pedagogy or not. Today, we are all very comfortable, and we are doing it in a very, very exhaustive way, acquiring the knowledge from all corners of the world, my dear friends. Today, the best example is Dr. Anand Nair, who is from Vietnam. So you can understand. So when the a physical presence, how much pain it will take for the speaker and as well as the organizer. Today, it is everything in a tip of a finger, my dear friends. So this is the beauty of the technology, and this is the boon of the COVID-19. Friends, another point which I would like to tell you. So this I have been telling you on every occasions. So friends, your degree is in a gate pass, my dear friends. Let me remind you. This is an only gate pass, and the competition is so much increasing. That too within a latest technology. And today, if you talk about another day in the last week, I came to know pep coding. So which we had not heard of it also. Pep coding, my dear friends. So what actually this pep coding, just from the resource person, just the glimpse of that, the objective of that, the pep coding is, so this is an ERP coding purpose, where the commercials will be in a very dynamic stage, particularly the Amazon. So Amazon, whenever they do the sales, special sales, special sales, say it is a Christmas sale or a New Year's sale. So in that dynamic, the things has to be once again simultaneously, it has to go without disturbing the normal commercials. See, they are looking for this programming. So that's what I came to know, pep coding. So it is a beautiful concept. So friends, what I mean to say is the students, particularly the students and the faculty, should get acquainted with whatever the technology is going on. And today, of course, we have heard of robotics and drones. Today, the cobotics, right? So what actually this cobotics, it is once again a thrilling for me to learn from the speaker, Dr. Anand Nair. So definitely I will also be here for a few times, a few minutes, because I have some other assignment at 11 o'clock. I have to leave. So, but still, my dear friends, these are all the thrilling subjects. So you should welcome it, and you should equip yourselves before you come for the placement drive. And let me tell you, my dear friends, definitely in the recruitment drive process, the recruiter will be asking, other than the degree, what certificates do you have it, right? So then you cannot keep mum, my dear friends. Of course, the institution, the department is also doing the value added courses. Apart from that, so these are the things which will help and will strengthen your profile for the enhancement of your placement. So let me not take much of your time, my dear friends. I don't want to be lie in between the speaker and you. And before leaving, right, I congratulate the department for selecting such a heart-burning topic and the latest topic for the awareness of the students. So once again, I wholeheartedly welcome you one and all, and I wish all the success of the program. Thank you very much, and Jai Hind.
Okay, thank you so much, sir. Jai Hind, Jai Bharat. And now finally, friends, I'll tell you that Director Sir was, as also he mentioned, that it is going to be a very thrilling ride for you, because you know, I just, you know, put it up in a very humorous way today. You people are, most of the students are listening to Dr. Anand Nair probably for the first time. And what are you seeing is a gentleman smiling over there in Vietnam, but you people have no idea about his energy. And when he'll start off, you know, his drone will fly and then you'll see the tremendous amount of energy and, you know, the vibe which he carries. You'll get to you know, witness it as well. And इतना हम कह सकते हैं कि एक मोटा मोटा आपको ज्ञान हो जाएगा कोबोटिक्स के बारे में कि कोबोटिक्स क्या है, क्योंकि we are also looking forward to it. He always comes with interesting slides and, you know, videos, drones flying over there and here. So I officially start off with the program, and over to you, Dr. Anand. Please introduce yourself first and Please go ahead, sir. You and the audience, and sir, definitely we'll have the question answer round. We'll go for the hand raise options in the last of the session. Over to you, sir. No disturbance. Please, sir, start.
Thank you so much, Kunal sir, for handling me the session. I must say, first of all, that I also want to congratulate you that even you are more energetic than me. I must say that's maybe I was seeing my mirror in front of me when I was seeing you.
Thank you so much.
And
sir.
my first of all, thanks to the director, sir, and then my special thanks to Dr. R.K. Yadav for inviting me as a speaker for this cobotics session. And students, I would like to extend some of the information that already your director, sir, has provided. Now, as I'm working in Vietnam from last 4 years, I would like to tell you that the scenario of hiring the students over here by various companies, it's not the same like we have in India, like an interview session, taking some technical comments and all these things. Even if you want to be working with me, even if you want to be a part of my lab, and even if you want to work in a department of a particular company, what we see is not your degrees. We don't see your CGPA. Even for 6.5 CGPA or 7 CGPA, it's well enough. What we see is that the person should be full of enthusiasm, flexibility, and scalability, and adaptability to learn new trends and technologies. Because if you talk of my students, when they have left my university, they have started working with PHP. Now they're working with Angular. Some of my students have even gone to blockchain and even to robotic automations. So what we see is that how the students are taking their problem solving skills and how they're able to find solutions to particular problems and how quickly they are doing that. Because in Vietnam, what we believe is that in order to improve the quality, we have to improve the process. And to improve the process, we need to have empowerment towards the vision of the new students and the new team that can actually take the company to the foremost future. So what we believe is the adaptability towards new technologies. That is the most important thing. And what I believe is that you are all students today, and tomorrow you will work with the companies. Just have one principle in your mind, that if you are not willing to learn, then nobody is going to hire you or keep your jobs in a very stringent and in a very straight manner. We have to be adaptable to technologies and flexible enough. So when Dr. R.K. Yadav has called me that, sir, we want to organize a seminar for our students, and he wanted me to deliver something very good. And I told him that we should not limit ourselves to very good. We should limit ourselves, or we should enhance ourselves to something futuristic. So the topic that I came into the mind that is actually working, and lots of students and even requirements of public, you can say the jobs is also there in the market, that is with regard to cobotics. It's not robotics, it is cobotics. So many people have understood the term called robotics, but today I'm going to take you with the term called cobotics. And today the answer will also come in front of you, that there is a myth in all of you that in one day robotics will take your jobs, robotics will work for you, robotics will even kill the world. It is not like that. I'm going to turn all the turns around with this topic called cobotics technology today. So before I start with my lecture, let me first of all give you some brief introduction of mine. Along with that, what we are doing in our university, so that you should have an eye-opening session that we are not the people that who work with small robotic model or DIY robotics. We are actually working in real-time implementations. What we are doing, let me show you something very special first of all. So can you see my screen, please?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Yes, sir, it's visible, sir. Visible. Thank you, sir.
Thank you so much. So everybody, let me first of all introduce myself. So here are some of the glimpses that you can see of mine. So here is my photograph of last year, because this year due to COVID, we didn't have the Dev Day Da Nang. So last year, me and my team have demonstrated regarding the advancements of IoT in University of Da Nang, and our lecture have been awarded as the best lecture. And here is my photograph of the Best Scientist Award that has been given to me by the university. In last 25 years, I'm the first Indian to be awarded as the Best Scientist Award. Here you can see my photograph as a speaker in Google I/O. And here is my conference that I organize every year for IC/IIT 2020. And now we are organizing in 2021 in Ho Chi Minh City next year. You are all welcome to join as an online cyberspace event. So here is my photograph. This is one of my invention that I did. It's a smart owl that can control over your smart homes, and even it can give you the recommendations, what is happening and what the futuristic devices can even handle. We are improving this owl like anything. It's an IoT based smart owl for smart homes and even for smart offices. Now let us start something different. So let me tell you everybody that our university is having the #1 department. I'm saying again, #1 department in Asia. I'm saying again that it is into robotics. Even we are ahead of some of the Chinese universities and even with Thai universities and even with 2 or 3 Japanese universities also in robotics research. So you can see over here, this is a state-of-the-art lab that is being designed by us 2 years back. And we are working with cobotics, we are working with cyber physical systems. And here is one of the top example that you can see that our team has designed a robot that can even provide you the live information at the airport. And now, ladies and gentlemen, I give you the one of the most important achievement that has been done last year, a major breakthrough. We have created a robotic traffic policeman. So you can see this policeman, it's a robot and it can even manage the streets online, and it has having the advanced artificial intelligence, computer vision, and even it has the prediction that it can detect the license plates. And if you are able to rash your car or broke the traffic lights, it will even agilely detect your numbers, and it can even take your photo, because all the eyes over here, it's practically elaborated with a high definition camera of 18 megapixel. And you can see this policeman is actually implemented to 7 sites in the streets of Da Nang as well as Ho Chi Minh City. This is what we are proud of. A virtual policeman as a traffic policeman is invented by us. And you can see over here, this is one of the lab that is actually doing the part of mechatronics as well as the creating and design of the robotics. So everything from start to scratch. And over here, this is what we are proud of, everybody. And you can see that Vietnam is going to become the first country after Japan, the second country I'm saying, that will have the complete menu automation with robotics. And already this robot is being adopted by 17 restaurants of our city. And this is even created by us. And this is my team. I'm very proud of my team. These are my students, very hardworking students. And let me give you some of the glimpse of this video, first of all. So I'm sorry for the language, but take it a care, please. See our invention, everybody.
Chào bạn, bạn cần giúp đỡ gì ạ? Hôm nay nhà hàng có nấu món không? Dạ, nhà hàng chúng tôi vẫn còn chỗ ạ. Bạn thuê bao nhiêu người? Cho tôi biết món ngon hôm nay. Hôm nay chúng tôi có các món đặc biệt như tôm áp chảo, cá ngừ đậu khói, mì sốt keo, bò sốt phô mai, bò sốt đôi chay.
Nhảy đi.
Sha la 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 la, sha la la in the evening. Sha la 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 la, sha la 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 la, just for you.
Now see, this is the miracle of the masterpiece that we created last
Tôi
year.
tên là Duta, chào mừng bạn đến với trường Đại học Duy Tân.
Nói về con robot thì thật sự tụi em mong muốn là nó trở thành hiện thực trong các nhà hàng, trở thành một nhân viên đắc lực để hỗ trợ con người trong cái vấn đề làm dịch vụ.
Về thời đại 4.0, em muốn đem kỹ thuật để ứng dụng vào đời sống.
Hiện tại là con robot này em muốn là được cả nhóm lên ý tưởng, liên kết với các thầy cô để mà nó có thể hoàn thiện.
Để mà hoàn thiện dự án thì đến hiện tại là 6 tháng để ra được con robot như thế này, nhưng mà mình nghĩ là sẽ cần thêm thời gian là phải 6.
So you can see this robot that we have visualized, and you can see that today, if you want to come to a university, want to get some information of the courses, you can get with this type of robot. And even at the airport, even it is implemented. If you want to come to Da Nang for some tourism, this robot will interact with you. And even next year, we are also making this robot as a vending machine, which means you just have to stand in front of the robot, tell them that what do you want, and the robot will automatically give you the hand outside. You put the money, and robot will take inside and will give you the Coca-Cola. So this is what the dream is, and this is what me and my team is actually doing in the world of robotics. So you can see this is not a robot, this is actually a cobot. So our is the first university in the world, everybody. I'm saying you that we have actually implemented the cobotic right now. Cobotic means collaborative robotic, which means you are doing some work, robot is also performing the work, and you are collaborative with each other to perform a particular task. So you can see that we have real-time implementations in terms of police, in terms of state security, in terms of hotels, restaurants, in terms of admissions, everything that you can see in the world of cobotics, me and my team is making it a reality. So let me introduce first of all myself. I'm working as professor, scientist, and even director for IoT lab in Graduate School, Jutan University, Da Nang, Vietnam. I'm a PhD in computer science in sensors with 16 plus of teaching and research experience. And my specializations are done, you can see, in terms of IoT, blockchain, cybersecurity. I work on artificial intelligence. I work on network simulation, cobotics, drones, everything I work. I have published 425 research papers. I'm the youngest who has completed 100 plus SEAs in the age of 36 with 2200 plus citations on Google Scholar. Right now, if you talk of Vietnam, I'm number 2 in computer science overall in my grade, as well as my contributions towards real-time society and critical applications. So I'm having the H index of 25 and I index of 67. I'm acting as ACM distinguished speaker, the first one and the only one in Vietnam. I'm even acting as associate editor for tons of Scoopers journals and even editor-in-chief of my own journal in IJ Global. I'm associated with 500 conferences, the highest in the world, as a reviewer, technical program committee member, and even as advisory board member. I have delivered 200 plus talks in 8 countries, 50 plus keynotes, and even I'm acting as a certified drone pilot. Now with my 600 hours completion, I have been stationed now as grade 2 pilot. And next year, with the grace of God, I will be acting as the first right-in command pilot to my own fleet. I will be having my own squadron next year, with 2 inventions, 10 patents, and 15 copyrights. And considering my teaching and research, I have been awarded 26 plus awards today. And including recently, you have seen that there is a +1 list that has come in the whole world with top 2% scientists in the whole world. And I'm one of them in computer science and acting as top 0.01% scientist in artificial intelligence and robotics. So the agenda for today will be the cobotics, the future word. So everybody, let's start the lecture with a very decent thing. Now imagine the first question that everybody asked me, that's why we need robotics. And many people say, sir, to do the task without humans. And some people say, sir, to bring latest technology in industry. And some people can even say it can reduce the cost of labor, it can increase the profit. Yes, it is there, but it is not exactly the domain that is required from the robotics and cobotics. Actually, robotics and cobotics are basically launched in the market with a primary agenda or the primary principle, because we human beings gets bored when we do the repetitive tasks. Suppose if I tell you, okay, you are working on a motor factory, you keep on screwing this type of engine, you keep on screwing, maybe after 20, 30 times, you will face a lag and maybe you will not do the work efficiently. But robotics and cobotics, the basic underlying principle is that you have to perform repetitive tasks in a very efficient with no error rate. That was the basic principle robotics was actually designed. And we all know today the world is facing the era of pandemic situation, COVID-19 lockdowns, and even industry is facing lack of production. So you can say that cobotics and robotics is one of the area that is actually required by industry, because robotics, they are not a problem with COVID-19. Robotics can operate anywhere. And even these robotics and cobotics can be controlled anywhere from anywhere, any part of the world. So that's the reason, everybody, that this cobotics and robotics should be adopted by every Indian industry in the world, or you can say every industry that even exists. So you can have a good project that you can go to any industry that is actually doing, like they are making shoes, they are making spectacles, they are making clothes or anything. Just understand their production line and see what is the repetitive task and what kind of cyber physical system or robot or cobot that you can integrate for them. So that is what we will discuss, but I will be focusing mostly towards cobotics. Robotics is a basic term that is actually using artificial intelligence. Cobotics is an advanced term that, apart from artificial intelligence, it is getting collaboration, which means human beings are doing the work, robotics are doing the work. They do one task collaboratively to perform efficiency in output. That is the only answer that why we need cobotics and what exactly is meant by cobotics. Now let's proceed with the lecture. So if you talk of today's technological trends, you can see that we have done from digital, physical. So if you talk of digital technologies, so as a student of electronics or even computer science, you must please take a good control and please take a good eyesight on this seminar right now, because I will be giving you the career options. So in terms of digital technologies, if you talk of India or outside world, the right now #1 demand is virtual reality and augmented reality. #1 demand. After that, it is followed by AI, Internet of Things. And after that, we have digital blockchains, and as well as we require digital ledger technologies. So you can say that these 4 technologies are going to boom in 2021 onwards. So many people ask me, sir, what do you see advancement in 2021? I see AR and autonomous technology. No doubt IoT will take over, but all these things are actually the critical applications of IoT. And even IoT will be transformed from IoT to IoE, which means Internet of Everything. So if you talk of physical technologies, we all agree today that we require 3D printers, and even 4D printers are also being invented for healthcare. So we require nanomaterials, material science, advanced material science, robotics, and even you have already seen that lots of IITs and even foreign universities have started working on quantum computing. So please take quantum computing as a very important lecture if you are able to do that. I would like to request Dr. R.K. Yadav that if they want, I can give a lecture on quantum computing maybe next month. So if you talk of biological, we go towards neuroscience, advanced drug design, which means today, if you talk of COVID-19, we require clinical trial. And even you can see that India has already started the clinical trial, but we need to have more drug discovery with AI. We require biotechnology and synthetic biology, very important area to research. And for computer science, we require big data, connectivity with 5G and 6G, and most important is cybersecurity. And for the hybridization, if you talk of all these technologies, like all these 4, digital, physical, traversal, and biological, it gives you the output into this thing that is called drones, connected vehicles, new space, and cobotics era. So you can say, if you talk of today's technology, today's lecture, it is actually a fusion of every technology that mankind has ever blessed of, and even they have invented. Whatever we have existed today, whatever the technology that exists even today, it is actually a marvel piece to make the cobotics. So robotics, in terms of relevance to industry and its main uses, let us first of all understand that. Now you can say, what is meant by robotics? So robotics is even like a branch of computer science or electronics engineering, but it is basically towards inventing, designing, manufacturing, and operating. But you can say that robotics have a particular mechanism. So which means that robotics cannot be touched. Robotics have their no brain, only the brain is towards their neural networks as well as deep learning or machine learning. But if you talk of another thing, if you talk of collaboration, which means there is one task and one task can be performed by the humans, and some of the tasks require complex or precision. So for that we require cobotics. Now imagine everybody that if you talk of a fighter jet, okay, so human beings can no doubt, if the person is a very good aircraft maintenance engineer, still there can be a fault. So maybe human beings can fix the problems, but robotics can even test that whether it has been fixed or not. So these type of things will be actually happening in the defense industry, education, everywhere. Now imagine everybody, if I come in your class and I'm just giving you a syllabus and a robot is assisting me that what else we can do in terms of case study, what new things are covering, which means my lecture will no doubt be a preparatory lecture. It will be a collaborative lecture between a teacher and a robot. And I even see Education 4.0, a primary driven approach with teacher as well as a cobotic. Now imagine what the lecture quality will happen. So in terms of the classification of robotics, we have the 4 types of robots. One is known as industrial robots. These robots are basically made by the most important company called KUKA in Japan. So if you have you can say, if you can make a collaboration with KUKA, then your institution will boom like anything. So these type of robotics are basically done for mechanical automation, electronic components manufacturing. So these type of things. And we have autonomous vehicles. Today, we all know that even FedEx and DHL, they are all working to make a particular robot that can even take your parcels from the office site, and they can come to your home and they can deliver you the parcels. So maybe there will be no need for courier varas or other things in the future. We have the fast automation of the parcel delivery. Even Domino's and even you can say Burger King, they're already in US, they are taking help of drones, and even maybe in the next 1 or 2 years, they will be taking help of robotics to deliver the pizza at your home. So these type of things require betterment. And humanoid robots, we all know Sophie. Okay, so fake news detection or other thing, we all know it's called a humanoid robot. But if we talk of the home use, like if you talk of vacuum cleaners, if you talk of window cleaners, you can say like Jibo, all these type of robots are personal robotics. So the robotics become very important to industry. So today my lecture will be focused towards industry, because tomorrow you have to work in industry. So cobotics will be there to welcome you. So please understand the lecture very carefully. So the most important thing for business is to have innovation as well as model driven approach for production. So for that, robotics are required, and we require the cross cutting approach, which means both the sectors, which means multi-dimension sectors can work, multi-departments can work. Like suppose if I'm working on a sales department, I can even take the help of a cobotic and they can assist me that where we can do the marketing, and marketing department can take assistance from advertising department. Logistics department can take assistance from supply department. The production department can take the help from the engineering department, all with collaboration. So we have the convergence with technologies, improvement in productivity, and of course, increase in employee safety. Now imagine everybody, if you're working in a coal mine, if you're working with electronic components factory, and their disaster and even the error rate, 1% error is even an error over there. So for that type of precision, now imagine if you're working in an ASUS company and you're working on a motherboard department, if one component is faulty, the entire computer gets faulty. So for that, we have to replace the primary workers from the worker line, and these workers will act as supervisors in order to go for more construction activities, go for more R&D activities, but the production assembly should only be handled by the cobotics. So the global robotic market, you can see over here that it is only estimated. You can see over here that it can even cross $50 billion in 2020. But even in 2020, because of COVID, lots of hospitals have even started implementing robotics. Now, my next dream is to make a robot for a hospital, rather than, if you have seen the movie called Munna Bhai, when Sanjay Dutt has asked that, sir, udhar koi marne ki halat mein raha, to uska form bharna zaruri hai. So rather than the person comes to the to make the form, he can just talk with a humanoid robot, and the robot can take over the details, and with that process automation, the all details will be taken as a data set, and they can and the automation, and you can say the gap between the patient and doctor can be reduced to a very significant level. And you can see over here that industrial robotics has a market for 75%, but this market of cobotics is only 25%, but this market will turn over to more than 38 to 56% in next 2 or 3 years. So the sector-wise distribution right now, you can see over here that electronics sector, and that's the reason I have taken this as a webinar today. You can see right now that electronics industry is regarded as the #1 industry to adopt robotics. So electronics industry has a component of 25%, followed by automation industry of 30%. But today you can say that this electronics and automation industry, the automotive industry, they are like equal, 25%, 25%. Okay. So we have the food industry, metal industry, other industries, but one more industry that is coming is towards healthcare. We all know lots of machine learning and deep learning models are being there to detect cancer, for assisting towards breast cancer, also even towards cataract, and even towards kidney problems. We have lots of robotics and applications. So for that, you can say that robotic surgery, I will be telling you in the next slide of mine, robotic surgery and nanotechnology will become like the change of the phase that you've never seen before in last 10 years. And you will be stunned to note, everybody, that this robotic technology can take the world to the next level and even more advancement that has not been seen in last 5,000 years. So what I expect in next 2 years is better advancements as compared to what we have even imagined in just a sci-fi movie like a Star Trek or Love Story 2050. We can see those things coming in the market. So global market, you can see that you can see over here that by 2022, these sectors will become the most important sector, the health sector. And this is where you have to see that how you can make a chatbot for a doctor, how you can make an expert system for the hospital, how you can make a cyber physical system to do some robotic surgeries. And that is what we have to see, because market is global. You have to be very good with your product. Like we are good, like in Da Nang city, there are lots of traffic lights. We cannot put every policeman at the traffic light. So for that, we made a robotic policeman. So over there, we have the services called leisure sector, like drones and robotics, like other things they're doing into media and entertainment, like these of today. And the most important agriculture sector is also there, because in the near future, no doubt farmers will be there, but all the plowing work, all the seed growth work, all the cutting of the, you can say agriculture yield, and even monitoring of the cows and other animals, and even communication of the environmental monitoring will be done by the robotics itself. So the main regions and other relevant hubs, you can see right now that India is nowhere to be seen right now. So I'm sorry to say, so this is where you can see the density by 2018 and we can see that there was no fluctuation or no improvement from India sector. Right now, Singapore and South Korea, they are the #2 countries in the planet, followed by Germany. They are actually adopting robotics as well as automation. So if you talk of today's technology like digital twins, if you talk of automation vehicles, flying cars, if you talk of cobotic automation processes, software robotics, everything is possible in Singapore. So the main trends this time today, robotics have changed to collaborative robotics. So cobots is basically known as a new introduction. So basically collaborative robotics are designed to perform the job that is actually being done along with human beings. So there is a myth with all of you that whether robotics will take over the jobs. No, they will not take over the jobs. Rather, they will work closely with human beings. So in the near future, if you are on assembly line making the iPhone, so maybe the speaker will be fit by you, but the most important like soldering of a particular iPhone on a particular area where human beings make the mistake, that will be done by the robotics. So you can see over here the most important difference. This is the current robotics and this is the future robotics. So they are not aware of the environment, but they will be very well understanding the environment in terms of cyber-physical systems. So they focus on precision and repeatability, but over here, they will be flexible and they will be ease of use, which means we will have adaptability, scalability, and flexibility coming with robotics, which robotics will be learning from you and they will be grasping from you. So in robotics, you will see that today very few programming languages are available. So only we have the complex programming, but in the near future, we only have Python and R language. And even there is another 2 or 3 languages that are coming in the market next year, 2021, that will be providing robotic functionality very simple. There was a time, everybody, when I started Arduino, so we have to program about 20 to 30 lines. But now with Python and even with IoT, I have to just write only 2 or 3 lines in order to make the sensor functional. And even those lines can be fully, you can say, automated with the help commands and other things. So advanced debuggers are there today. So you can see that traditional robotics are collaborative robotics will be flexible and they will be adaptable to use. But the most important thing, that is what we are doing our research, that current robotics are fast and powerful, but still collaborative robotics need to be fast. So that is where me and my team is working, that how they can be more fast, how they can be more powerful. And still you have seen 3 robotics example that is actually being implemented by our university in real time. So in terms of collaborative robotics, you can see that the Asia Pacific region is having most of the important trends. And you can see that by 2021, we will see that the graph will increase like anything. So you can imagine that companies like HCL, companies like, if you talk of the Indian companies like Hindustan Lever, they will be taking care of the robotics into their production line. So I believe that robotics industry is such an industry where it actually requires to be adapted now. And you are the students of electronics, so you must take a key role that how you can be able to improve and make them implemented in the real time. So investments and patents in robotics, and you can see right now the top robotic companies in the world. So as you can see, it is KUKA, and we have Denso, we have Mitsubishi Electric, we have ABB Plus, and we have B+M. So most of the companies are only from Japan, from Sweden, as well as from Germany. So even you can say that Indian companies need to push up, and this is a good area that you can do your research and you can perform some good startup also in that. And the global robotics market, you can see right now, the most important market is USA, where we are doing the implementation, because our robotics are actually in hand. So we are making Vietnam as a world leader for robotics and cobotics today, but followed by Japan and South Korea. Next year, I have been invited by 2 universities of Turkey and 1 university of Australia. And I'm going over there for this type of implementations, that how we can monitor the smart cities, even not with drones only, but with robotics. And they should have a proper collaboration and connectivity between them, and they can share the information with the authorities. So maybe in the near future, all of the police people, they will be in the control room. And if anything happens, so robotics will take over the control for smart city monitoring. And this will happen. And these are the main applications that you can see in terms of industrial robotics, industry, automation, inspection and maintenance, logistics, and aerospace. So maybe everybody that if you agree with me that we all know that our moon mission was a failure, but we cannot say it was a failure, but it was just a problem with the Vikram lander. And today I can prove it practically that if ISRO has taken a close hands, if ISRO has taken cobotic technology, a serious technology 2 years back, maybe this Vikram lander would have been a successful mission and moon mission would have been a success. Because over there, what the problem was, the moon lander was that the Vikram lander was not having automation capabilities. And that automation capabilities, if they have done with the cobotics technology, maybe in aerospace, we would have taken our Indian flag to the moon today only. So this is the where some technology is keenly missing in our country, and this is where we have to implement. So ISRO is one of the critical applications that cobotics needs attention. And other applications that I've already shown you, education, domestic, healthcare services, very important, medicine, security and military, finance, and agriculture. So the applications are many. The potential market is worth of billions of dollars. Projects are available. Good people are also available to guide you. The only thing is you have to think carefully and you have to think in a broad manner. That's this is the problem in New Delhi. This is the problem in this city of India. Yes, we can solve with this type of cobotic infrastructure. And once you solve that problem, no doubt the government is with you to provide you with the fund. And that is what the Digital India and Startup India is all about. So the risk, you can see that right now the challenges that we have to remove is the use of energy. Robotics take energy, but still we are not working on energy. But I want to make a first green robot, that is by 2024. That is what I'm thinking that we can make. Unemployment will not be there, but you can say that only those employees that are on the production line, only the white collar employees, only those who are on the machines or other thing, they will be gone. And the most important thing is the training part, because still in India and still in other institutions, we have less professional professors for doing the training in robotics. So that is what we have to improve with regular trainings and other things. So these are the goals that you can see, but I will just come to this one. Now I will start with my next presentation, PPT number 2. And that is going to be the main presentation for today. I hope everybody is enjoying. So please jot down your questions. And after this presentation, we will have a very interactive one-to-one session. So anybody can, on their video or off their video, they can ask the question to me live, no problems. So now we will be discussing regarding collaborative robotic technology. So cobotics is having the full form as collaborative robotic technology. Collaborative means where human beings and robots, they work joint manner. So let us start with some introduction. You can see what is meant by collaboration. Collaboration means action of working with someone to produce something. Like suppose if you two are making an app, so you are a team, you are basically doing a collaboration work, and one person is doing the backend, one is person the GUI, one person is doing the security job. So you three are in collaboration to perform a task. So similarly, the most important thing is adaptability and flexibility. So very important for you, all of you today only, if you are selecting a team to make a project, make it sure that all your team members should be flexible and adaptable to challenges and changes. If you are not adaptable and flexible to changes and challenges, you are into a deep trouble. And that is what the requirement of the industry right now. So the cobotics is not a very old, you can say very new technology. It's an old technology, but actually the people have not seen this technology because we only know the word robotics. So the early cobotic that you can see right now, that the 1966, it was demonstrated on Tonight Show, where you can see that the robot is having a, you can say sword in his hand, and they can do the sword practice. So maybe in the near future, you can have this type of, you have even seen that these days, the foreign sports authorities like China, USA, they are already training their champions in table tennis and badminton and even in basketball with robotics. So what you can do, like you have a table tennis board, you are sitting in front of that and there is a robot in front of you. So robot is giving you the balls and you are just hitting the balls, and the robot is giving you the points that what kind of good actions you have and what kind of bad actions you have to form. So this is also a very good area that you can do your research, and you can find maybe a robot that can be designed for Indian cricket team, that how they can improve the bowling and how they can improve the batting also. So robotics will be teaching the sports person that how they can do their better moves. And even robotics will learn from what other bowlers have the moves, and they will try to make them practice. Maybe at one ball where one batsman gets out in that ball, the same batsman will put a 6 on that. So that is what we see the applications in the near future. So the early collaboration ideas, you can see over here that a coffee making machine. And even if you are having a coffee making machine with just taking the beans and taking the instruction, even it's a collaborative idea. So even if you talk your automation washing machines today, if you talk of those air conditioners that are actually sensing the room temperature, making them okay, they are all actually the collaborative robot. So collaborative robot is designed to have direct interaction with the human beings, with a collaborative workspace, doing the operations in a joint manner. And the most important thing is they will become an assistive device that, yes, you are doing this work correctly, you are not doing this work correctly. Maybe if a robot is there to practice the Indian batting person with the bowling practice, maybe he can even assist that, okay, at this type of ball, you must play like this. Maybe for badminton, maybe for table tennis. This is where the sports is a very good area to do your research and implementations with this cobotics. So Cobot is basically an intelligent assistive device to work collaborative with each other, to keep you, to make you adaptable to change and to face challenges. So benefits: human beings will get cognitive skills, human beings and robots will improve their performance, and this is called human robot collaboration. So HRC is a new area to do your research, and very few papers are published. So if you are a researcher and you want to publish some good project or take up some good research paper for a conference, this is a very good area that you can do your research, human robot collaboration. So it will take various levels of automation and intervention, and all those problems where human beings can make an error or repetition work is required, time takes lots of problem, profit loses. So that work can be done in a very handsome manner. So key robotics feature, you can see that we can have lots of features, but I see the following main 4 features in the robotics of future or even today: safety monitoring, hand guiding. So even let me tell you, maybe if you go to any institution, maybe in an institution that, okay, sir, I want to learn computer hardware. So rather than a person is teaching you, the robot will actually making you the class that, okay, pick the motherboard like this, put the screws like this, put the processor like this, and he will be a repetitive teacher for you. So maybe in the future, this type of training and the hands-on guidance, practical guidance will be done by robotics, and training will become better and better. Speech and separation monitoring, power and force limiting. So these 4 features, everybody, you can imagine how many critical applications are there, how many problems are there, and how we can make the word a better word with collaboration with robotics. So the key functions that is required is the automation mode with the person, incorporating safety design, and above all, we must work into automation as well as collaboration phase. So there is a time that when people say that, sir, we have to make our industry an automotive industry with cyber physical system. But I say that don't consider only automation, consider collaboration. So A and C are the 2 words that is actually making up the robotics of the future: automation, collaboration, changes, challenges, flexibility, adaptability. So robot safety features, you can see that as per the HRC, this is the new ISO standard, because in the world, if you talk of software quality, software process management, we have the ISO standards that many companies adopt. Lots of the Vietnam companies are also ISO standard certified. So ISO 10218-1:2011 is a standard that is actually working towards robotic safety features. So for velocity monitoring, workspaces, collision detection, tool detection, force monitoring, and switching of states. And let me tell you, everybody, that many people even ask me this question: sir, we want to go into this field, what we should start learning? Now, I would like to tell you in a very strong manner. Start with your strong programming skills like C, C++, Java, followed by Python and R language. Second, you should learn some AI toolboxes, that is along with Python, like SciPy, NumPy. You must have a good knowledge of computer vision, very important. And after that, no doubt you are electronics people, but in the near future, the Department of Electronics and even mechanical engineering, they will be combined together and they will become the mechatronics department. So in our university, our robotics department is actually the mechatronics department. So mechatronics is very important. And plus, which is highly important, and many people skip that, is the knowledge of. I'm saying you that maybe you will agree or maybe you will not agree with me, but the knowledge of automation technologies like robotic process automation, robot operating system, ROS, these technologies will make you a complete robotics engineer. Okay, so take the problems, integrate with IoT, solve with some sensors, make some, you can say gesture control based projects. Lots of things are required. So you can see over here that forms of human robotic collaboration, it has seen a lots of increase. And you can see over here that there was a time when human beings were working as separate and robotics were working as separate. But now they are working on the same table space, which means increase. We have the shared workspace. Now one task is there, other task is there, task is being happening. And after that, robot and human beings are collaborating with each other. So that is what we can say, that in the future workspace, we will not say it's only workspace, it is called shared workspace. So are you ready for this? So maybe if I give you this project to your institution that, sir, there is a company which makes shoes. Now, can you make that workspace a shared workspace that robots and human beings can collaborate with each other? So you have to judge the production line. You have to see what is the complex project there, where the company makes lots of time, where the company makes less profit. And that is where you have to find the critical application and you have to find and come up with a solution. So another enhancement features that we see in terms of sensitivity, distance sensing, and voice interpretation. So you can see that our robot that I've seen you in the movie is actually voice interpretation. So it is actually taking the voice of my student and it is making the decision on the basis of that, which means it's giving the live speech processing capabilities. So in that robot, everybody, I will not declare much of the things because already it is in the process of US patent, but I would like to tell you that it is a mix of more than 11 to 12 technologies that is actually there to make up that robot. And you have seen its performance. It's the advanced miracle that mankind can even produce. So now let us talk of some of the advancements in robots and sensor technologies. So the most important thing is standstill monitoring, how it can do the monitoring and how it can perform unnecessary tasks into the usable tasks. And this is the safe protection zone. So if you're putting up a robot over there, so how much machines can be done in that? So I will be giving you one video in the end that what is actually meant by cobotics and how these cobotics will be there in the real time. And this is where you can see that the robot is working there and person is working there and they are both controlling each other to make the particular product. So in the near future, don't think that only Maruti or Honda or maybe Yamaha, they will be there. Harley Davidson and other like Fiat companies, Volvo, Mercedes, they all say, sir, we have to come into these cobotics to make the flying cars. Maybe in the future, robots will make robots. Because a flying car itself is a cyber physical system. It is itself an automation system. So maybe you can see this becomes reality when machines make machines. Advancements. So you can see this is called a radiation surgery. So you can say that in the operation theater, and recently you have seen that one robot has already been developed where they have done the peeling of the banana. And after that, that robot was able to put the stitches and able to put that peel over the banana. So if that robot is able to peel that banana and even that apple and make that stitch, which means that robot is fully activated, that if a person met with an accident and he has to go for some stitches on the hand or even the neck, that robot is enough for that. But I see robot in the near future when with digital twin. Now, let me tell you what is that. Like suppose if a woman is pregnant, but doctors have to know at the time of the operation, what will be the complication. Maybe the lady can be saved or maybe the child can be saved. Maybe sometimes operation becomes more complex. Both of them cannot be saved. Sometimes both of them can be saved. Now, what I believe, now let me tell you, everybody understand this, very important. Now, suppose a pregnant lady goes inside the hospital, the doctors will make a digital twin. Digital twin means the complete clone of that lady, but virtual clone. Now, on that virtual clone, that lady, that clone will have the same bodily vital parameters. What is the blood level, sugar level, glucose level, everything that a gynecologist required. So before operating the physical body of that lady, the doctors will do the operation on that digital twin with the computers, and they will be able to understand that where complication can happen and where we should take a particular care. Now, imagine everybody, imagine how much we can improve with artificial intelligence in healthcare with these cobotics, with digital twins. And this, what I see is actually a magical word of the future that we see in the next coming 2 or 3 years. It's not very far. It's 2 or 3 years. That's all. And this, you can see the particle therapy. So maybe in the, because already we are in talks with 1 or 2 massage centers, and even I'm calling my team tomorrow that maybe we can give this robot some massaging capabilities. So if you want to go to a massage center, my robot will give you a good massage. And I'm saying you, it will give you a good massage. You will love it. So angiotherapy, this is another area that one of the companies called Siemens is working, and I'm also collaborating with Siemens next year. And if you really want to go for more advancements, you can even come to my lab and you can have some collaboration with me, no problems at all. So hippotherapy, again, you can say that if you talk of some types of bone and socket based joints and other types of neuroplasticity, that will be done by the cobotics only. and entertainment rights systems. So you all know that there is a show on AXN, American Ninja. I think everybody has seen that show. Maybe in the near future, these robotics will give you the marks. Maybe in the near future, if you talk of Olympic athletes, so there will be no camera person to be hold of the cameras. There will be drones and these type of systems that will be actually covering the whole of the Olympics for us. And see this, everybody, this is my dream, everybody, that I should make this biological cybernetic research center in my university. It's one of the most advanced labs, and only right now, only 3 universities in the world have this type of biological cybernetic center. One is in MIT, one is with Stanford, and one is with Oxford. Motion pictures, we all know Gravity, we all know Star Wars. It's actually being used by Cobotics. So if you talk of the latest picture that is having the VFX, like the Battle of Midway, where you have seen the demonstration of the World War II. And if you have seen all these movies of World War II these days that are launching in 2019 or 2020, they're all with these type of Cobotics and motion pictures, the VFX effects. Now let's talk of application development. And this is the invasive surgery, everybody. Now imagine a bypass surgery that will be possible without having a single doctor in the operation theater. And that's what my dream is, that yes, it will be possible. Because if I can start the robot that can actually acquire the data from the patient, one day my robot will actually be helpful for the doctor in order to do the operation also. And that is the vision as a scientist. I'm a computer scientist. I have a vision that I want to see robotics everywhere helping the people. That is my vision, everybody. That is my guru mantra to all of you today. That do you see robotics helping the people? Do you see that the city becomes futuristic? So if you see that, do something for your country. So this you can see physical rehabilitation, where you can see that a person like putting some use of cocaine or heroin, like all these type of drugs, and they want to go to rehabilitation and they want to get away from this type of chaining habits. So Cobotics will be able to detect them and they will be guiding them. And even today you can see that with the Apple Watch Series 7, you can Series 6, sorry. You have seen that Apple Health Plus has come, Fitness Plus health has come. So even the watch will be guiding you that how to do the exercise. So even your watch is actually becoming a collaborative robotic for you. Yes, everybody, even Apple Watch is a collaborative robotic because it is actually guiding you how to take the exercises, and it is giving you that how good you are and how much calories you have burnt, assisting you, intelligent assistance. And TV shows. Yes, of course. Why not? And this is where you can say KUKA company is actually implementing them in warehouses, in logistics systems, supply chain, everybody. Research and evolution. So if anybody is interested to perform research with me, and if you really want to collaborate with me on a good project, I'm most open for that project. But the main thing is I'm only covering that project that is not only limited to a lab or a particular office. As you have seen in my university, we are actually making the robot and we are giving it to the city. We are actually making a real-time critical application. So if you really want to work with me, think of the city, think out of the box, think of a problem, come to me, let's solve that problem. And these are the service robotics that I see in the near future. One is called Emma. Very few people know about this robot, Emma. So if you want that there is a single child in your home and he wants to spend the time and the parents are working, so Emma will take care of that. And this is DLR Jason, one of the best robot that will be going for mocktail and even for, you can say, making some drinks for you in the near future, particularly precision activity. And this is called humanoid cobotics. And you can see over here, this is exoskeleton. And this is again a variable cobotic. You can see that a person is making use of an exoskeleton and it is actually taking a load of more than 8 tons. So imagine if you want to shift the 8 tons from one place to another, how much time and machinery you require. But with this, you can just pick up like you're putting up a small 0.5 kg brick in your hand. And this what we see in the military applications. So rather than a person has to take off the loads or other thing, this robot will be there with the military, and their entire, you can say, weaponry will be there in that, and they will be assisting for fighting the real-time combat and battlefield situations. And that is what we see, that India should invest into these type of robotics, especially in the Ladakh region, where enemy firepower, no doubt, it is less as compared to us. But with this type of robotics, we will see that Indian Army is progressing with more adaptation. Like you can see that if you talk of lots of armies in the world, like if you talk of Israel, if you talk of USA, if you talk of Australia, they are actually integrating robotics and drones in that. Yes, everybody, it is a fact, but Indian Army needs to work out. So conclusion is that no human robot collaboration will be possible without implementing a risk assessment, and risk assessment means safety. Now let me show you one video and you will all enjoy that video. And everything that you will see is cobotics. Enjoy the video for 2 minutes. Now see how the machine is learning and how it will work. Now see this, everybody.
While we're just simply using pneumatic driving. Three sides. We don't do any special.
Most advanced electronics. So this was the video that I would like to share with all of you. Now the house is open for all the questions. So if anybody has any question, please share their questions, please.
Okay, so students, now you can ask for questions. You can either go for a hand raise option, or you can, just go for a hand raise, or you can ask in the chat box as well. Anyone from the students, please? Yes, please. Anyone from the students or faculty members who would like to ask anything from the presentation?
You can even type on chat box. I will be answering the questions.
Yeah. I'll definitely incorporate in the chat box as well. So if you don't wish to speak up and on your camera and your mic, then you can also, write it in the chat box as well. Please. We are mostly, we are welcoming you to, go in for a hand raise option. Yes. Akash Gupta wants to speak. Patel sir, please. Akash Gupta ko unmute kare. पटेल सर, आकाश गुप्ता को?
जी सर
हाँ जी, काम कर रहा हूँ मैं। Akash?
Yes, Mr. Akash, please go ahead.
Akash, are you able to speak? Dear, you have been given the rights now. Just unmute yourself and go ahead, please. Akash?
Yes, sir.
हाँ, बोलो आकाश।
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir. क्या क्वेश्चन है बेटा आपका?
Sir, thank you for taking such a nice webinar. Sir, actually my question is that your sir told me that in webinar that he is performing the operation.
आकाश, बेटा हिंदी में बोलो, हिंदी में बोलो।
आप हिंदी में बात कर सकते हैं, कोई दिक्कत नहीं।
Make a clone of it.
आकाश, तुम तो यार एक तरफ से बोलते रहते हो। पहले सर की बात तो सुनो, हिंदी में बोलो बेटा, क्या बोल रहे हो? वॉइस ऑडिबल नहीं है।
No,
हाँ बोलो, अच्छे से बोलो.
Sir, I am able to speak in English.
Okay, you are able, then go ahead.
Yeah.
Hello.
हाँ आकाश बोलो बेटा.
Go ahead.
सर ऑपरेशन आप बता रहे थे ना कि मतलब मसाज है तो सर रोबोट से सर हम मसाज वगैरह तो बाईपास सर्जरी भी कर सकते हैं, बट सर यू आर नॉट परफॉर्मिंग द ऑपरेशन.
Actually, what I'm telling you is that these cobotics are actually learning to perform the surgeries, and even recently the bypass surgery and even the stitches on the one's human body is all possible, and it has been activated, and even the medical informatics sector is actually implementing healthcare robotics, I'm saying, by June 2021. So 2021, get ready for these type of automation robotics to be working as a part and parcel for the hospitals. Already it is possible.
Okay, so this
so
was
my question is that you are not performing the operation by robotics because it is a malfunctioning
right now
and
we are
it's
not,
a
right now we
body
don't
requirement.
Right now we don't have that that technology. That
but in future not also, sir. It is.
Hello.
Sir, in future it is not possible, sir.
No, that is not a question. Hello. Actually, I'm not able to understand you. What do you want to say?
Yes, sir.
Hello.
Yes, sir. I am listening.
Yes. I am saying you that right now in my lab, we don't have that technology that we can perform robotics for healthcare, for operations. That is actually done by sophisticated companies and top premier institutions. So what we are doing is that how we can place some automation process tasks for hospitals and even for restaurants. So already our virtual policeman that is actually controlling the traffic on the road, even it is detecting any types of mishaps, the safety precautions, it is done monitored. It is actually monitored by our robots. And even I'm also in talks with 2 restaurants where if you want to go and order the pizza, you can just talk with the robot and you can order the pizza. So already our lots of restaurants, hotels, and even the police of Da Nang, they are actually taking our technology.
Sir, you are giving an example of operation.
Yes.
Future.
Yes.
Sir, मेरा क्वेश्चन ये है कि आप क्लोन तो बना सकते हैं, but sir, malfunctioning of body requirement you can't.
You know, if you talk of technology, digital twin is actually made for that.
Yes, sir.
Digital twin is actually designed कि आपका जितना भी डेटा ना, जैसे आपकी बॉडी का जो जितना भी डेटा है, वो सभी डेटा को हम एक ट्विन में फिट कर सके. क्लोन इसी को कहते हैं हम. ठीक है. So even you can say that even if you want to make a clone of iPhone, you want to make a digital clone of an entire city, that will be also possible for that.
Yes, sir, it is possible, but the body you can't make it, sir.
चलो आकाश, ठीक है, ये आपका अपना पर्सनल ओपिनियन है, but that is not an issue. बस फ्यूचर में
देखिए, एक मैं आपको चीज बताना चाहूंगा आकाश. देखिए, 10 साल पहले अगर मैं आपको ये बोलूं कि फ्लाइंग कार बनती तो आप ये कहते कि शायद हो सकता है कि मेरा दिमाग खराब है कि सर फ्लाइंग कार की बात करें, लेकिन आज फ्लाइंग कार एक आम चीज है. तो उसी तरीके से मैं आपको ये चीज बोल रहा हूं कि जितना इस वक्त आर्टिफिशियल इंटेलिजेंस आपकी हेल्थ केयर को एडवांस कर रहा है, उतना किसी ने भी सॉल्व नहीं किया. उल्टा आपको मैं एक चीज बताता हूं कि जो फाइजर कंपनी है वो तो खुद बोल रही है कि अगर हमारे पास एआई और क्लिनिकल ट्रायल्स और ड्रग डिस्कवरी जैसी टेक्निक्स और टर्मिनोलॉजीज ना होती तो शायद हम ये कोविड-19 की मेडिसिन भी लेके ना बाहर आ सकते. तो these things will actually be able to clone that human body. And even let me tell you, body vitals and everything, they are very near to be getting cloned. And within 2 or 3 years, we see that there will be complete turnaround of the future.
Okay, so thank you so much Akash for a very interesting question about the future. कल किसने देखा, लेकिन हम होपफुल हैं कि ऐसा जरूर हो और हेल्थ सेक्टर में भी जो है ह्यूमैनिटी के
काफी क्वेश्चंस मुझे चैट बॉक्स पे दिख रहे हैं.
हाँ, वही इनकॉर्पोरेट कर रहा हूँ. मैं इनकॉर्पोरेट कर रहा हूँ.
So Mr. Navendu Sharma has given me the question, sir. In India, is there any university or company working on cobotics? What is India's status in the field? Right now, I have not seen any. You can say, if you ask me, that what advanced technologies I have seen in Korea, Japan, in India, in Vietnam, in Australia. That type of work is not right now seen in India. So what I believe is that if you really want to work with the robotics and cobotics technology, South Korea and Singapore is one of the countries that you must visit and you must see that what are the real-time critical applications. देखिए, एक मैं आपको बात मैं बिल्कुल बता दूं, एक यूनिवर्सिटी में रोबोटिक लैब का होना अलग चीज होती है. उस रोबोटिक लैब से एक प्रोडक्ट का बनना अलग चीज, और एक प्रोडक्ट का रियल टाइम में आना वो बिल्कुल अलग चीज है. So what we believe, if you talk of the foreign universities, if you talk of the foreign nationals over there, if you talk of a Seoul-based city, most of the robotics are actually being designed by KAIST. And even from Seoul National University, So this is the main thing that we have to see in Indian universities, that don't confine yourself to a particular lab, to reports only, make it a critical application, make it a practical working project. So I think this was the answer to you, but India's status in the field needs to be improved. Right now, it is not at a very good, even I can say not even at an average state. Sir, you have been in India and now you're in Vietnam. According to you, what's the difference between approach and critical problem solving? The only answer that we see is not the bookish knowledge. We see with the reports, we see with practical solutions. And my students, actually, that even in our university, we pay a very less stress on the examination. Our most stress is to go for the practical training, go for hands-on, make a project, make a report, and do some real-time critical applications. So we have lots of clubs over here in my university. Like we have a robotics club, we have a drones club, we have our mechatronics club, we have our recently we have started our work on autonomous vehicles, cyber physical system, industry 4.0. My lab is working on IoT, machine learning, and sensor communications. So we work on critical applications. That's the answer. So if you have an environment where you are actually working on critical applications, you will actually find lots of things in that. Now imagine everybody. Now I give you a simple thing. If you are working in a particular institution in India, you can just make a report like this, that, okay, let's make an assignment on this question. Let's take this program. Let make this program. But where that program is actually being implemented in the real time, what product you have made with that thing, that is a different thing. That is what the approach that we use right now. Okay, now from one person whose name is anonymous right now. So, sir, when it comes to implement things in robotic, there is a problem I face every time is to funds to buy expensive things. Like I work on OpenCV, I'm in need of Jetson Nano, many things like camera. How can you overcome this problem? Okay. Now, I would like to give you, sir, can you stop sharing the screen, please?
प्रतीक्षा बेटा स्क्रीन शेयर मत करिए अपनी. Yes, sir, वो स्टूडेंट ने गलती से दबा दिया होगा सर उसको.
Okay. So can I tell you one thing important, everybody? When I started, let me tell you first of all my experience, and then I will tell you what to do. Let me tell you, in foreign universities or everywhere, so there is a myth that universities fund you or they have lots of money. No, it is not the situation like that. You have to file the projects. I am having right now 3 projects with me. One is of Korea, one is of Australia, and one is of USA. And they give me the funds. I have the money and we invest the money. And once we get the money and the primary thing, and once like you have seen that most of the companies, like if you like, let me show you something. Just wait.
Meanwhile, इसके बाद जो questions अगर कोई पूछना चाहता है तो hand raise option कर सकता है Zoom पे बेटा, and we'll incorporate. ठीक है? Hand raise option.
हाँ सर, मेरे ख्याल से आप डब्बा देख रहे होंगे मेरे हाथ में.
हाँ सर, थोड़ा सा अभी आपका फ्लक्चुएट हो रहा है वीडियो. हाँ, अब दिख रहा है सर. यस, विजिबल.
ये आप सभी बंदे देख सकते हैं. आप देखिए कि जैसे सर हम लोग जो काम कर रहे हैं, तो बेसिकली आप ये देख सकते हैं कि ये कल ही मेरे पास एनवीडिया की तरफ से आया है, एंड इसके अंदर उन्होंने मुझे जेटसन नैनो भेजा, अपनी रोबोटिक किट भी भेजी है. So once you have some projects with you, you have something in working hand with you, you have to file that, sir, this is the work that we are doing. And after that, every company will listen to you. And you can see right now, sir, I think you can see this one. This is a real honor with one of us. This is a big Switch Docs based bag that has come to me yesterday. And this is a IoT sensors, more than 500 IoT sensors that have been donated to me for the projects.
Sir, yes, sir, I'm getting you, sir. But actually, sir, what I'm asking about that my students are basically concerned that being, starting, मतलब starting.
देखिए सर, स्टार्ट पे तो देखिए सर, जब मैं भी इंडिया में था तो देखिए मैं भी अपने प्रोजेक्ट लेकर कई कंपनीज के पास गया. मैं बड़ी ओपन डिस्कशन करूंगा आप लोगों के साथ.
बिल्कुल.
देखिए मैं भी प्रोजेक्ट लेकर कई कंपनीज के पास गया. मैंने भी कई इंस्टीट्यूशंस के दरवाजे खटखटाए थे, लेकिन किसी ने कोई बात नहीं सुनी थी. ओपन फिजिक्स है ये, ठीक है? क्योंकि इंडस्ट्री एक चीज ये चाहती है कि आज अगर एनवीडिया अगर मुझे एक बॉक्स भेजती है, जैसे अगर हम बात करें यूट्यूबर्स की, मैं भी एक यूट्यूबर हूं, ठीक है? मैं अगर आज एक अप्लाई करूं कि सर मुझे एक ड्रोन भेज दो, जब तक मेरा कोई चैनल पे कोई ड्रोन अनबॉक्स नहीं हुआ, मेरे पास व्यूअर्स नहीं है, मेरे पास सब्सक्राइबर नहीं है, तो कौन मुझे ड्रोन भेजेगा? ठीक है सर. तो ये टॉप यूट्यूबर्स है, जैसे योर एवरेज कंज्यूमर, आई जस्टिन, उनको प्रोडक्ट्स खुद आते हैं. तो उसी तरीके से सर, अगर आप एक नए स्टूडेंट हैं तो शुरुआत में इन्वेस्टमेंट आपको अपने इंस्टीट्यूशन के थ्रू ही करनी पड़ेगी. उसके बाद जब आपके हाथ में आपका कुछ प्रोडक्ट है, वर्किंग प्रोटोटाइप है, आपने कुछ पेपर पब्लिश किया है, आपने कुछ पेटेंट किया है, तो नेचुरल बात है आपको सब कुछ मिलेगा. अब देखिए, अब जैसे अब मैंने अभी ऑस्ट्रेलियन पेटेंट किया था लॉरावेन का, मुझे ड्रैगिनो ने और इवन की जो लिबेलियम कंपनी है उनकी किट्स मेरे को आई हुई है. तो उन्होंने मुझे खुद बोला कि सर आप इन किट्स को लीजिए, आप अपनी किट से कंपेयर करिए, आप पेपर लिखिए, वी विल बी सपोर्टिंग यू. तो देखिए स्टूडेंट्स के लिए मेरे पास यही आंसर है कि शुरुआत में आपको कोई नहीं कुछ देने वाला। सबसे पहले तो देखिए आपको अपने लेवल पे काम करना पड़ेगा, इंस्टीट्यूशन की थोड़ी सपोर्ट लेनी पड़ेगी। जब आपके हाथ में कुछ प्रोडक्ट है, आपके हाथ में कोई पेटेंट है, पब्लिकेशन है, कुछ प्रैक्टिकल चीज है, तभी कोई बंदा आपकी बात सुनेगा, अदरवाइज कोई बंदा बात नहीं सुनेगा। और आपको मैं एक और चीज बता दूं कि अगर आप मेरे अंडर एमटेक करना चाहते हैं या पीएचडी करना चाहते हैं, तो मुझे आपकी कोई डिग्री से मतलब नहीं है। मुझे तो आपकी पब्लिकेशन से, आपकी स्किल्स के साथ, और मुझे आपकी प्रॉब्लम सॉल्यूशन स्किल्स को देखना है। मुझे आपको क्वेश्चन भेजने हैं, आप मेरे क्वेश्चंस को आंसर दे पा रहे हो, मेरे प्रॉब्लम्स को सॉल्व कर पा रहे हो, यू आर इन, अदरवाइज दरवाजा उस तरफ है, बहुत लोग लाइन लगा के खड़े हैं। सो यहां पर ये एक सीधा फैक्चुअल आंसर मैं आपके स्टूडेंट्स को देना चाहूंगा, बिल्कुल सीधा स्ट्रेट जवाब आंसर है ये, ठीक है। तो
थैंक यू सो मच सर।
यस सर,
मैं कह रहा हूँ थैंक यू सो मच सर। सर देखिए स्टूडेंट सर बहुत ब्लंट बात करते हैं और टू द पॉइंट बात करते हैं, एंड बिल्कुल
देखिए सर मैं उनमें से हूं। मैं आपको शायद हैरानी करेंगे आप सुनकर कि मैं अपना एक आईओटी का प्रोजेक्ट लेकर एग्रीकल्चर का, आई विल नॉट टेक द नेम ऑफ द कंपनी, मैं उस कंपनी के पास गया था कि सर अगर आप मुझे अपने सेंसर्स देते हो तो मैं इस आईओटी प्रोजेक्ट को कहीं और किसी और लेवल पे लेके जाऊंगा, और हम एग्रीकल्चर को LoRaWAN के साथ इंटीग्रेट करके हम इवन की वेसेजेस और मॉनिटरिंग को 60% इंप्रूव कर सकते हैं। सर उस कंपनी ने मुझे पता क्या बोला था, मैं आपको वर्ड्स बताता हूं कि सर हमारे पास आपकी बात सुनने का और ऐसे छोटे मोटे प्रोजेक्ट देखने का कोई वक्त नहीं है। मेरे पास ये आंसर आया था उनका, उसके जनरल मैनेजर का, ठीक है। लेकिन आज क्या हुआ, मैंने वही प्रोजेक्ट को पेटेंट करवाया, और आज आप देख सकते हैं स्विच डॉक्स का डब्बा आपके सामने मैं लेके बैठा हूं, ये देख लीजिए।
यस करेक्ट,
ये सेंसर्स उन्होंने मुझे भेजे। अब ये जो डब्बा आप मुझे, ये जो डब्बा आप मेरे सामने देख रहे हैं, इस डब्बे की कीमत इस वक्त सर $2200 है। मैंने सर अपनी जेब से 1700 रुपीज डाले थे उस प्रोजेक्ट में डालने के लिए। आज मैं 1,40,000 रुपए के सेंसर्स में लेकर बैठा हूं जो फ्री आए हुए हैं मेरे पास। और ऐसे एक नहीं है, और ऐसा एक नहीं, मेरे पास कई ऐसे कंपनीज के मेरे पास आते रहते हैं। मेरे पास इवन की अभी कल परसों की बात है, मेरे को तो निटेंडो ने अपना स्विच भेजा है कि सर आप टेस्टिंग करिए। अभी एक मेरे पास और गेमिंग कंसोल आया हुआ कि सर आप रेट्रो के अंदर आप जरा कुछ रिसर्च करिए रास्पबेरी पाई को लेकर। तो रिसर्च तो करनी पड़ेगी सर, ये ओपन फिजिक्स है। बच्चे अगर ये कहें कि एक दिन के अंदर हमें बहुत कुछ फंडिंग शुरू हो जाए, एक दिन के अंदर बड़ा प्रोजेक्ट लेके इंडस्ट्री में पहुंच जाए, वो कोई बंदा आपकी बात नहीं सुनेगा जब तक आपके हाथ में कोई पक्की पैरी चीज नहीं है। तो दिस इज माय आंसर। I hope nobody minds for this answer and nobody can challenge.
Thank you, because you talking about the realities of life, and one thing
reality is
today was passion, sir. But you had a passion. Yes sir.
बिल्कुल सर। और मैं आपको एक चीज बताता हूँ सर, शायद मैं उनमें से था जिन्होंने IoT को बड़े क्लोजली देखा था। मैंने IoDT का कंसेप्ट भी बनाया था, मैंने आपको लास्ट लेक्चर में बताया।
हाँ याद है मुझे,
मेरे नाम पे, ठीक है सर। अब जब वो दिखाया तभी तो सर स्काईडियो ने मुझे अपना ड्रोन भेजा कि सर आप क्या इस ड्रोन को IoDT बना सकते हैं। अभी मेरा एल्जेवियर में पेपर पब्लिश हुआ है जिसके अंदर मैंने स्वार्म ड्रोन्स के ऊपर काम किया है। अब उसको देखकर सर मेरे को DJI भी अपने ड्रोन्स भेजना चाहती है कि सर क्या हम DJI में इंप्लीमेंट कर सकते हैं, क्या 4 ड्रोन्स एक मोटरसाइकिल को कवरेज कर सकते हैं। अगर वो सब कुछ पॉसिबल हो गया तो DJI मेरी टेक्नोलॉजी को यूज करेगा। तो सर ये डे वन नहीं होगा, ये आपको पहले अपने आप को वर्दी प्रूफ करना होगा। ये मैं आपको पहले बता दूं आपको चीज, ये बड़ी हार्ड फैक्ट है। डे वन तो मैं भी फॉरेन यूनिवर्सिटी में पहुंचा सर, मेरे तो पब्लिकेशंस देखे उन्होंने, मेरे तो काम देखा, उसके बाद ही मुझे कोई जॉब ऑफर हुआ था। सिंपल फिजिक्स है।
थैंक यू सर, बिल्कुल सही बात है सर। चलिए आगे बढ़ते हैं। स्टूडेंट्स कोई और हैंड रेज ऑप्शन करके अगर सर से लाइव जुड़ना चाहे।
जी मेरे पास 2 क्वेश्चन और है सर। व्हाट हार्डवेयर इंफ्रास्ट्रक्चर इज रिक्वायर्ड टू एग्जीक्यूट ब्लू प्रिज्म रोबोटिक ऑटोमेशन प्लेटफॉर्म? एक्चुअली इट्स अ कमर्शियल प्लेटफॉर्म, सो इसमें आपको IBM के साथ ही बात करनी पड़ेगी। हम यहाँ पर IBM यूज नहीं करते हैं, वी यूज IBM Bluemix एंड Tivoli, बट फॉर रोबोटिक प्रोसेस ऑटोमेशन आपको मैं एक चीज बताना चाहूंगा कि वी हैव वन कंपनी ओवर हियर इन वियतनाम व्हिच इज लाइक Infosys ऑफ वियतनाम, दैट इज FPT सॉफ्टवेयर। आई एम विजिटिंग साइंटिस्ट विद देम। तो वहां पर हम लोगों ने अपना खुद का ब्लॉकचेन भी बनाया हुआ है, ECA चेन, और इवन कि हमने खुद का RPA भी बनाया हुआ है। और RPA हमारा इवन की Amazon भी यूज करती है कि हाउ दैट विल ऑटोमेट विद द बुक परचेजिंग प्रोसेस। अभी हम लोगों ने कोलैबोरेटिव रिकमेंडेशन सिस्टम पर भी हमने काम किया था, जिसमें हमारा पेपर MIT प्रेस में पब्लिश हुआ है। और उसके बाद उस पेपर को बेस्ट पेपर अवार्ड मिलने के बाद मुझे सर IEEE की तरफ से एक फंडिंग भी आई हुई है कि हम उसके ऊपर आगे भी काम कर सकते हैं। तो सर फॉरेन में आपको अपॉर्चुनिटीज बहुत मिलेंगी, बट यू हैव टू प्रूव योर वर्थ, दैट्स द ओनली आंसर। ओके, now how the common people will be reliable on this technology? Even the people are not able to use smartphone till date. Yes, that is the answer, everybody. So you have to be aware, you have to be very much enthusiastic, you have to be adaptable to change, you have to have a critical thinking. उसके बाद ही आपका कुछ हो पाएगा। So एक बात मेरी समझ लीजिए प्लीज everybody, you are all electronics people. मैं आपको एक बात बड़ी ओपनली बात कहूंगा, बहुत ओपनली। एक सेंसर के साथ खेलना बहुत आसान काम है, लेकिन एक सेंसर को यूज करके उसको रास्पबेरी पाई के साथ इंटीग्रेट करके एक रियल टाइम के साथ क्रिटिकल एप्लीकेशन का सोल्यूशन बनाना एक बहुत अलग बात है। उसके लिए आपको बहुत से चैलेंजेस देखने पड़ेंगे, उसमें आपको बिग डेटा भी लेके आना पड़ेगा, LoRaWAN को भी लेके आना पड़ेगा। सो यू हैव टू फाइंड दैट हाउ मच इलेबोरेटिव यू आर एंड ट्राई टू वर्क ऑन रियल टाइम क्रिटिकल एप्लीकेशंस। प्लीज वर्क ऑन रियल टाइम।
Thank you sir. और we have a very interesting username of our student Mark Zuckerberg. इसने नाम अपना मार्क जुकरबर्ग लिख के सर लिखा हुआ है। हाँ भाई मार्क जुकरबर्ग आ जाओ भाई, तुम मार्क जुकरबर्ग क्या कहना चाहते हो? सर लिखा है ना तुमने, या तो चैट बॉक्स में लिख दो या फिर यू कैन आल्सो गो।
यादव सर तो कुछ बोल नहीं दे रहे, यादव सर भी
यादव सर बहुत इंटरेस्टिंगली सर आपको सुन रहे हो, लास्ट में बोलेंगे।
सर आई एम हियर यार,
कैरी ऑन बुरा लगा अगर
नहीं सर, प्लीज कैरी ऑन।
नहीं लगता सर आपकी बातों का सर, देखिए
लेकिन सर एक बात जरूर कहूंगा कि
रियलिटी सर, रियलिटी
बच्चों के लिए कि बच्चों को आईना दिखाना बहुत जरूरी है।
डेफिनेटली आई एग्री विद यू, ये
जरूरी है, ये बात ओपन है
सर। हम तो रोज दिखाते हैं सर, एक बार कोई बाहर का दिखाए तो बच्चों को लगता है, हम तो रोज दिखाते हैं इनको आईना।
सर आई वांट टू ब्रिंग कोबोटिक्स इन इंडिया, इज देयर एनी चांस? बताइए सर इनको चांस।
चांस तो यही है कि मैं आपको जो चीज बताना चाहता हूं कि पहले आप अपने जैसे अब आपका ही डिपार्टमेंट के एग्जांपल लेते, चलिए मैं आपके डिपार्टमेंट का एक विजन बनाता हूं, ठीक है। अब जैसे मान लो कि आप अपनी 3-4 प्रोफेसर्स की टीम बनाइए जो रोबोटिक्स में, एम्बेडेड सिस्टम में और मैकेनिकल में काम कर रही है, ठीक है। उसके अंदर पहले तो आप अपने बच्चों को थोड़े प्रोजेक्ट्स को लेके आओ, थोड़ा हैकाथॉन करवाओ, कुछ कंपनीज के साथ कोलैबोरेशन करो कि जिस तरह हम ऐसा कंपटीशन करवाते हैं तो अब उनके साथ स्पॉन्सरशिप लेके आओ। उसके बाद उनको एक प्रपोजल दो कि सर हम आपके साथ ये आपकी टेक्नोलॉजी को यूज करके हम ये प्रोडक्ट बनाना चाहते हैं। उस प्रोडक्ट को पेटेंट करो, उस प्रोडक्ट को आप पब्लिश करवाओ किसी पब्लिकेशन में। उसके बाद आपके साथ एक एमओयू करवाने के लिए हर कंपनी आपके पास आएगी।
चलिए स्टूडेंट्स, हम आपके साथ सर की मेल आईडी शेयर करेंगे, और ऐसे स्टूडेंट जैसे सर ने कहा कि यदि आप उनकी प्रॉब्लम सॉल्विंग में हेल्प कर रहे हैं और आप उनके प्रॉब्लम्स पे रिस्पॉन्ड करेंगे तो सर आपसे बात करेंगे।
देखिए कुणाल सर, मेरे पास इस वक्त एमटेक के बच्चों के लिए सीट है, मेरे पास पीएचडी के बच्चों के लिए सीट है, मेरे पास पोस्ट डॉक भी है, लेकिन आई लुक फॉर नॉट फॉर लाइक कि भेड़चाल हो रही है, कुछ भी हो रहा, आई लुक फॉर द बेस्ट ऑफ द बेस्ट, जो जिनके ऊपर सर, क्योंकि एक बात याद रखिए सर, मैं यहाँ पर टीम नहीं बना रहा हूं, मेरे को वो बंदे चाहिए जो कोलैबोरेट करके, जिनके ऊपर मैं भी डिपेंड कर सकता हूं और वो मेरे पे डिपेंड कर सकते हैं। अब जो मेरी लैब है, हम एक दूसरे पे डिपेंड करते हैं कि हम सर इस प्रॉब्लम का सोल्यूशन निकाल लेंगे इस टाइम फ्रेम के अंदर।
चलिए बिल्कुल सही बात है सर। तो आज स्टूडेंट्स आपको यस सर,
मिस्टर विकास दुबे देयर, उनका हैज हैंड
सर मैंने देखा, मैं उसी पे आ रहा हूं सर। मैं विकास दुबे को अभी ला रहा हूं सर। मैं स्टूडेंट्स को एक बात बताना चाहूंगा कि एक गोल्डन प्लेटफॉर्म आपको मिला है आज। आपको डॉक्टर आनंद नैयर से रूबरू होने का आपको एक मौका मिला है। आपकी उनकी मेल आईडी आपसे शेयर करेंगे। अगर कोई स्टूडेंट्स जेन्युइनली इंटरेस्ट रखते हैं इस फील्ड में और उनका मन है तो वो डेफिनेटली सर को मेल पे टच करें, सर डेफिनेटली रिस्पॉन्ड करेंगे आपको। आपका हो सकता है सर कोई आपको कुछ क्वेरीज भेजें, कुछ प्रॉब्लम्स भेजें, यदि आप रिस्पॉन्ड करेंगे तो आपका दरवाजा खुला है।
आप लोगों को एक चीज दिखाना चाहूं मैं अभी आपको, एक आपको चीज दिखाऊं जो हम लोगों को भी अभी टेस्ट करके बनाई है। क्या मैं आपको चीज दिखा सकता हूं?
बिल्कुल दिखा सकते हैं सर, यू हैव ऑल द टाइम इन द वर्ल्ड। यस सर। तो स्टूडेंट्स आप सुन रहे हैं तो आप सर से टच करिए, और हमें भी बहुत अच्छा लगेगा कि हमारे कुछ स्टूडेंट्स वियतनाम से एमटेक करें, पीएचडी करें। इससे अच्छा क्या हो सकता है? तो आप डेफिनेटली करिए। देखिए सर अभी आए हैं, सर कुछ लेके आए हैं आपके लिए।
सर आप ये देख सकते हैं बॉक्स छोटा सा।
यस सर, पर्पल कलर का बॉक्स है।
हाँ। सर ये छोटा सा बॉक्स नहीं है सर, इसको हम कहते हैं सेंसर अर्थ। सेंसर अर्थ हमने इसका नाम दिया है। अब मैं आपको ये जो चीज बताने वाला हूं जो आप अब सभी लोगों का मतलब अब आप ये कह सकते हैं कि रोंगटे खड़े कर देगा। ये चीजें सर अब मैं अपने हर पुलिसमैन जो हमने वर्चुअल पुलिसमैन जो बनाए हुए हैं, हम उनके अंदर इंटीग्रेट करेंगे। ये एक डब्बा नहीं है सर, इसके अंदर करीबन 22 सेंसर्स हैं। ये गैस मॉनिटरिंग कर सकता है, टेम्परेचर मॉनिटरिंग कर सकता है, एनवायरमेंटल के ऊपर प्रेडिक्शन मॉनिटरिंग कर सकता है, और एक IoT डिवाइस है। अब आप ये सोच लो सर कि अगर मैंने डनांग सिटी में ऐसे 24 बक्से भी इंप्लीमेंट कर दिए तो आप सोच लो कि सर हम एनवायरमेंटल मॉनिटरिंग के ऊपर क्या काम कर सकते हैं। चीज आपके सामने
सर, अप्रिशिएबल, करेक्ट।
ये चीज आपके सामने, और हमने इसको पेटेंट करवाया हुआ है सर। हम ये प्रोडक्ट बनाते हैं सर, हम फाइलों के अंदर या बाकी बच्चों की असाइनमेंट्स के अंदर हम वक्त बर्बाद नहीं कर रहे हैं। वो बने हुई चीजें हैं। बच्चे अपनी एक रिपोर्ट फाइल लेके आते हैं, हाँ जी सर ये हमने प्रोग्राम बना दी, वो प्रोग्राम बना दिया, ड्राइंग बना दी। यार उसका वो तो पहले ही बना हुआ है। तुमने नई चीज क्या की, उसमें क्रिएटिविटी क्या है, उसके अंदर प्रोजेक्ट के ऊपर सोल्यूशन क्या है आपका। जिस दिन सर हम एक बच्चों को सोल्यूशन ओरिएंटेड असाइनमेंट देंगे ना सर, उस दिन हम कह सकते हैं कि हम कोबोटिक्स को नहीं बल्कि हम कोबोटिक्स को अपनाना शुरू कर चुके हैं। दैट इज द आंसर। कोबोटिक्स कम टू यू, इट डजंट गो फॉर चांस और अदर थिंग्स लाइक दैट।
करेक्ट सर, करेक्ट। सो वी हैव विकास दुबे विद अस सर। विकास दुबे, आपने हैंड रेज किया था, आपको राइट्स है। पटेल सर, इन्हें टेक्निकल टीम इन्हें राइट्स दीजिए विकास दुबे को।
Vikas Dubey, you can unmute yourself.
Vikas Dubey, you have all the rights now. Please, you can unmute yourself and ask your question. If you are there, Vikas, you can ask. And if any other student, you can go in for a hand raise option, and we'll incorporate you as well. Fine. This is a session.
Next year आप आ जाइए सर, आप और यादव सर, आप आते क्यों नहीं यहाँ पर? आपको मैं इनवाइट करता हूँ। I will give you an official.
Thank you so much. We will definitely try to come over there.
आप आइए, आपको मैं यूनिवर्सिटी का टूर करवाऊंगा। आप हमारा यहाँ पर इलेक्ट्रॉनिक्स विंग देखिए, मेरी लैब के अंदर आके विजिट करो। आप यहाँ पर हमारी रोबोटिक्स टेक्नोलॉजी को आके देखिए, आपको भी काफी एक्सपीरियंस होगा कि हाउ एग्जैक्टली वी आर वर्किंग, और हमारे यहाँ पर MOUs जो हो रहे हैं, हम किन किन प्रोजेक्ट्स के ऊपर काम कर रहे हैं बेसिकली।
Definitely, sir. Definitely,
sir, we'll try to come over
we'll
there
definitely try for
in near
this,
future.
and I will
Thank you, sir.
request
Thank
my
you for
other
the
department to please take me to Vietnam. I'm dying to go to Vietnam, sir.
Thank you. Kunal, we'll try.
सर नेक्स्ट ये तो चलो कोविड हो गया, नहीं तो अदरवाइज तो नेक्स्ट ईयर तो दिल्ली और डनैंग की तो फ्लाइट सीधी है। आप 5 आवर्स के बाद आप एयरपोर्ट पे होंगे, मैं आपको एयरपोर्ट से उठा लूंगा। आपको
अरे वाह सर,
आपको रहने दीजिए सर, आप एयरपोर्ट से मेरे ऑफिस में पैदल पैदल चल के आ सकते हैं।
Thank you so much, sir, for
Thank
this
you,
sweet
sir.
gesture.
Thank you so much for invitation.
For
So
sweet
nice of
gesture,
you.
sir. You are so nice, so nice of you to
सर
give
अगर
us.
मैं आपको इनविटेशन नहीं ना दूंगा, एक बात याद रखिएगा, तब तक आप मेरे को कोई अच्छा अपना स्टूडेंट निकाल के भी दोगे। हमें अच्छे स्टूडेंट्स की भी तलाश रहती है, हमें बेस्ट स्टूडेंट्स के साथ कोलैबोरेशन करना है, हमें उनके साथ भी पेपर पब्लिकेशन करनी है।
बिल्कुल सर मुझे ऐसा लगता है सर कि हमारे पास 124 पार्टिसिपेंट्स हैं। इसमें मैं अगर डिपार्टमेंट के 20-25 फैकल्टी अलग कर दूं तो सारे स्टूडेंट्स ही हैं। तो मुझे ऐसा लगता है कि 100
देखिए सर,
स्टूडेंट्स
अगर 100 स्टूडेंट्स भी मेरे पास, अगर 100 स्टूडेंट्स भी मेरी बात सुन रहे हैं, मैं आपको बोलता हूँ कि
सुन रहे हैं,
सुन रहे हैं, मेरी बात सुन रहे हैं, तो मैं सिर्फ उनसे इतना पूछता हूँ कि आप एक टीम बनाइए और आप हैकाथॉन के अंदर जाइए और उसको सोल्यूशन पे लेके आइए, और उसके बाद आप ये देखिए कि आपके पास पुलिस है, आपके पास आप तो चलो दिल्ली साइड में रहते हैं, आपके पास पुलिस है, आपके पास कोल्ड स्टोरेज के जितने एरियाज हैं, एग्रीकल्चर आपके पास है, किस जगह पर जाकर आप कोई IoT सोल्यूशन इंप्लीमेंट कर सकते हो? क्या आप उसकी मॉनिटरिंग करवा सकते हो? एक IoT सोल्यूशन ही बना लो। अब आपने सभी बच्चों को आर्डिनो रास्पबेरी पाई तो सिखाया होगा, तो क्या आपके बच्चे वो चीज को लेकर क्या रियल टाइम में जाके सेंसर लगा के आ सकते हैं कि हाँ जी सर ये देख लो जी मोबाइल ऐप पे आपका डेटा आ रहा है? अगर यही करना शुरू कर देंगे ना सर बच्चे, यहीं से उनका लिफ्ट ऑफ शुरू हो जाएगा। फिर वो अपना टाइम अपना बोरिंग असाइनमेंट्स में और वही जो चीज लिखी हुई है उसके ऊपर कॉपी पेस्ट करने में ध्यान नहीं लगाएंगे, वो फिर एक तरीके से काम करेंगे। हमें यही काम करना है।
ओके, सो विकास, आई थिंक विकास इज नॉट देयर, और कोई और जो है अगर वो पूछना चाहे क्वेश्चन तो वो पूछ सकता है, क्योंकि सर के पास भी जो है टाइम की बहुत शेड्यूल सर का स्ट्रिक्ट रहता है, और हो सकता है
कोई प्रॉब्लम नहीं है। अगर 15 मिनट अगर आपने और लेने, 15-20 मिनट आप और लेना चाहते हैं।
लास्ट टाइम मुझे याद है कि आपने बोला था कि आपका एक और वेबिनार था, तो मुझे लगा
वो तो आप छोड़ो, वो तो आप छोड़ो। अभी अगर आप मेरा शेड्यूल देखो तो आपको हैरानी होगी। आप लगा लीजिए, अब आपने शेव शूव देखी होगी, मैं तो 3 दिन से घर में नहीं हूँ, मैं तो लैब में काम करता रहता हूँ, मैं तो अपने काम करता रहता हूँ। मेरे को तो प्रोजेक्ट्स बहुत हैं सर मेरे पास, तो काम बहुत है।
Yes, students, anyone else, please, you can either go in for a hand raise option or you can write it in the chat box. If you have a question, then you can please go ahead if anyone wants to ask. Otherwise, we'll wrap up the session now. So the last and final call for the students. If you and meanwhile, I would like to tell you, Charu ma'am, I would like to request you to please share the feedback link as well, so that our students get the certificate of this. Sir, any website to connect with you? Raghav is asking. Yes, please.
जी सर, मैं अब एवरीवन को सबको मैं एक चीज बताने वाला हूं। अब अगर आपने मेरे को कनेक्ट करना है, कैसे करना है, वो आपको मैं चीज बताता हूं। सबसे पहले तो मेरे को लगता है कि सारी दुनिया इंस्टाग्राम पे अवेलेबल है। इंस्टाग्राम मेरा एक पब्लिक नेटवर्क है, आप मेरे को इंस्टाग्राम पे ज्वाइन कर सकते हैं। इंस्टाग्राम पे जो भी चीज हम लोग अपनी लैब में बनाते हैं, कुछ भी मैं लेक्चर देता हूं, कुछ भी करता हूं, तो उसके सारे ग्लिम्सेस इंस्टाग्राम पे जरूर पोस्ट किए जाते हैं। तो इंस्टाग्राम पे जितने लोग आप यहां पर सुन रहे हैं, इंस्टाग्राम पे आप मेरे को ऐड कर सकते हैं विद माय नेम आनंद नैयर। अगर आप गूगल पे जाएं और यहां पर आप सिर्फ मेरा नाम सर्च कर ले, तो आपको मेरी वेबसाइट, आपको मेरा कॉन्टैक्ट नंबर, सब कुछ आपको मिल जाएगा। मेरे को तो इंस्टाग्राम के भी तक 6 रिक्वेस्ट आ चुकी हैं। चलिए, गूगल पे आप मेरे नाम को सर्च करिए, आपको सब कुछ पता चल जाएगा। ठीक है, इसके अलावा अगर आपने मुझे ईमेल करना है, प्रायोरिटी ईमेल करना है, तो आपका पास ये वाला मेरा ईमेल आईडी है। आप इस ईमेल आईडी पे जितना चाहें आप मेरे को ईमेल कर सकते हैं। ठीक है, अब इसके अलावा अगर आपने मेरे को कनेक्ट करना है, देखिए व्हाट्सएप तो मैं हर वक्त, तो मैं अब इतना ज्यादा तो मेरे पास प्रेशर रहता है कि मैं हर वक्त व्हाट्सएप पे तो मैं कुछ कर नहीं सकता। फेसबुक के ऊपर आप मेरे पेज को सर्च कर सकते हैं, ज्ञान विद आनंद नैयर, और यूट्यूब पे भी आप लोग मेरे को सर्च कर सकते हैं। मेरा चैनल का नाम ही ज्ञान विद आनंद नैयर है। So these are the areas जहां पर आप मेरे साथ कनेक्ट कर सकते हैं, आप मेरे से बात कर सकते हैं। इंस्टाग्राम पे आई एम अ वेरी एक्टिव पर्सन, मैं रेगुलर अपनी फोटोज को और बाकी अपनी जो लैब की जो अचीवमेंट्स होती है, मैं सब वहां पर इंस्टाग्राम पे डालता ही डालता हूं।
Any queries, students? Kunal? Hello, Kunal?
I'm saying, sir, we have posted the feedback link now, and students, you can fill the link and you can connect with sir.
Kunal, विकास दुबे आ गया लाइन पे, विकास दुबे को ले ले।
विकास दुबे को लेता हूँ। विकास दुबे आइए, आपको लेता हूँ मैं। विकास दुबे, प्लीज कम इन।
Good morning, sir.
Good morning, Vikas.
Sir, I want to ask, sir, as we are installing programmed robots everywhere for particular tasks, especially, but different from human beings, they don't have preconceptions or decision-making ability with them.
Exactly.
So beyond real-time situations that they handle by programming, can they handle or take decisions for some new situations they haven't come across?
इसलिए ही आपका डीप लर्निंग
These
बनाया गया
robots.
है। डीप लर्निंग न्यूरल नेटवर्क इसी के लिए बनाया गया क्योंकि these robotics are becoming the learning machines. Like suppose if you talk of a vacuum cleaner today, तो वैक्यूम क्लीनर अगर आप लेके आते हो तो पहले वो आपके घर को सेंस करता है, वो आपके घर को समझता है। उसी तरीके से आपके जितने भी एप्पल वॉचेस हैं, जितना भी आपका सारा काम है, वो सब का सब आपका डीप लर्निंग के साथ पॉसिबल हो पा रहा है। सो अगर हम बात करें आपके डीप लर्निंग बेस्ड रोबोटिक्स की, तो उसके लिए आपको आरओएस को समझना पड़ेगा, रोबोटिक ऑपरेटिंग सिस्टम को, ठीक है। इसके बाद आप आरपीए को समझिए, रोबोटिक प्रोसेस ऑटोमेशन को समझिए। इसके बाद आपको पता चलेगा कि बेसिकली ये चीजों के अंदर हम लोग कैसे अपने रोबोटिक्स के अंदर एक लर्निंग कैपेबिलिटी लेके आ सकते हैं। बेसिकली आर्टिफिशियल इंटेलिजेंस क्या है? आर्टिफिशियल इंटेलिजेंस का मतलब है कि एक स्टडी करना कि मशीन्स को उतना ही इंटेलिजेंट बना देना जितना इंसान इंटेलिजेंट है। तो इसी के लिए हमारे सब डिविजन होते हैं। मशीन लर्निंग, जिसके साथ हम अपनी सुपरवाइज्ड, अनसुपरवाइज्ड और सेमी सुपरवाइज्ड लर्निंग करते हैं। बट बेसिकली वो लर्निंग सिर्फ डेटा सेट्स के ऊपर है, आपको मशीन्स को एक्सप्लिसिटली प्रोग्राम करना पड़ेगा। लेकिन डीप लर्निंग का मतलब क्या है? जहां पर जो मशीन्स हैं उनको प्रोग्राम ही इस तरह किया गया कि वो बेसिकली अपनी प्रोग्रामिंग और अपनी लर्निंग कैपेबिलिटी को इम्प्लिसिट और एक्सप्लिसिट तरीके से इंप्रूव करते जाएं, which means no need for the machine to go for new programming or new touching. They will learn better and better with the environment. That is called deep learning. So real time critical applications में जब आप ये जो आप रोबोट देख रहे हैं, जो ट्रैफिक पुलिसमैन जो हमने बनाया था, तो उसके आंखों में हमने कंप्यूटर विजन दिया हुआ है, ओपन सीवी के साथ हमने बनाया था और एनवीडिया जेटसन नैनो यूज किया हुआ उसमें। हम भी वही टेक्नोलॉजी यूज कर रहे हैं जो आपके पास वहां पर इंडिया में अवेलेबल है, ठीक है। सिर्फ फर्क इतना है कि हम यहाँ पर रियल टाइम के ऊपर काम कर रहे हैं। हम लोग लैब तक नहीं सीमित हैं, हम लोग रियल टाइम के ऊपर जाते हैं, प्रॉब्लम लेके आते हैं, हमारी लैब वहां पर काम करती है, उसको हम इंप्लीमेंट करके सोल्यूशन बना कर देते हैं। अभी एयरपोर्ट आया था हमारे पास कि सर हम हेल्प डेस्क, हम एक ऑटोमेशन हेल्प डेस्क बनाना चाहते हैं, तो हम लोगों ने वही रोबोट्स को वहां पर एयरपोर्ट पे लगाया हुआ है। आप रोबोट से चाहो तो पूरे डनांग सिटी का मैप मांग सकते हो, होटल्स मांग सकते हो, वो सब कुछ आपको प्री फेच करके सारा कुछ दे देगा। और वो रोबोट के अंदर एक तरीके से एबिलिटी ऐसी है कि अगर कुछ नया आता है तो ऑटोमेटिकली रोबोट की इंफॉर्मेशन और नॉलेज अपडेट होता जाएगा। दैट्स व्हाई इट इज कॉल्ड नॉलेज इंफॉर्मेशन सिस्टम्स, KIS। ये हम बना रहे हैं। यही तो मैं आपको बता रहा हूं मैडम सृष्टि, दैट रोबोटिक्स विल नेवर रिप्लेस ह्यूमन टेक्नोलॉजी। रोबोटिक्स आर डिजाइन्ड टू वर्क विद ह्यूमंस, इट विल कोलैबोरेटिव।
Anybody else?
Yes, anyone else, please? कोई
So
और
last
है?
call. Last call
This
दे
is
दो।
the last and final call for questions. Please, if anyone wants to ask, you can go
अगर
ahead.
अगर मेरे को लिंक्डइन पे कनेक्ट करना चाहता है तो वो भी लिंक्डइन पे भी कनेक्ट कर सकता है। वहां पर आप मेरे नाम को सर्च कर लीजिए, वहां पर भी हम लोग अपना सारा लगाते हैं कि हमने क्या क्या किया। उसमें लैब का ज्यादा उल्टा हमने इंफॉर्मेशन दिया हुआ है।
Okay.
सर अगर आपका कोई स्टूडेंट, कोई बेस्ट स्टूडेंट आप मुझे निकाल के दें कि सर आपके अंडर वो आके यहाँ पर मास्टर्स करना चाहता है या PhD लेना चाहता है, तो मास्टर को यहाँ पर मैं टेक ओवर करने के बाद 1 साल के बाद वो यहाँ पर लेक्चर भी दे सकता है मेरे साथ।
Okay.
He can be my assistant, but we are looking for a very capable person जो प्रॉब्लम सोल्यूशन को 1 मिनट में हमारे साथ काम करे और 24/7 एनवायरनमेंट में काम करे, क्योंकि यहाँ पर संडे सैटरडे कुछ नहीं है, यहाँ पर सिर्फ काम होता है हमारे पास। हमारी यूनिवर्सिटी संडे, हम संडे वाले दिन भी लेक्चर्स देते हैं, हम संडे वाले दिन भी अपना काम करते रहते हैं। सैटरडे संडे नाम की कोई चीज नहीं है यहाँ पर अडेप्टेबिलिटी और फ्लेक्सिबिलिटी बहुत इंपॉर्टेंट है।
सर आशुतोष आया है, HOD सर आशुतोष ले ले लास्ट क्वेश्चन, अगर स्टूडेंट आया तो।
या प्लीज कैरी ऑन
आशुतोष प्लीज आ जाओ बच्चे। आशुतोष
जी, गुड मॉर्निंग सर।
गुड मॉर्निंग आशुतोष, प्लीज गो अहेड।
जी, गुड मॉर्निंग HOD सर, गुड मॉर्निंग आनंद, डॉक्टर आनंद नायर सर। सर माई सेल्फ आशुतोष प्रजापति
जी।
सर एक्चुअली जैसा कि आपने बताया आपका जो कोबोटिक ये वो है, मतलब ये बेसिकली एग्रीकल्चर फील्ड में भी काम कर रहा है
जी
सर। मोस्ट प्रोबेबल हम लोग देख रहे हैं कि आजकल हमारे मतलब इंडिया में फार्मर प्रोटेस्ट हो रहे हैं सर। तो मतलब मेरा बेसिक क्वेश्चन यही है कि क्या हम जैसे मतलब जो APMC मंडीज वगैरह हैं, जिसमें मतलब जो मिडिल मैन वगैरह जो वर्क कर रहे हैं, जिसके जो MSP वगैरह है, जिसमें मतलब ये पूरा प्रोटेस्ट हो रहा है, क्या इसको सर ये जो आपका कोबोटिक्स है मतलब इसको टेक ओवर कर सकता है क्या? दैट मींस ऑन द प्लेस ऑफ मिडिल मैन कैन वी यूज कोबोटिक्स यानी मतलब कोबोटिक्स के द्वारा मतलब जो मिडिल मैन है मतलब इसको हम लोग उसके जगह पे यूज करके या फिर ऐसा कुछ कर सकते हैं क्या? जो मतलब
देखिए ऐसा है कि ये जो प्रॉब्लम आप मुझे बता रहे हैं बेसिकली कोबोटिक्स के थ्रू तो पहले हैंडल नहीं होगी। फिलहाल तो हमें पहले तो ये देखना होगा कि हमें जो कोबोटिक्स होते हैं बेसिकली फार्मर की एग्रीकल्चर यील्ड को इंप्रूव करने के लिए बने, बेसिकली एग्रीकल्चर फील्ड के लिए हैं। तो अगर कोई झगड़ा होता है वो तो ये तो जो प्रॉब्लम हो रही है वो तो सिर्फ ऐसा है कि रेगुलेशंस की वजह से प्रॉब्लम हो रहा है, तो ये तो गवर्नमेंट की रेगुलेशन है।
एक्चुअली सर आई वांट टू से कि जो मिडिल मैन है, मतलब जो अर्थिया है वहां पे, मतलब जिनकी वजह से पूरा प्रोटेस्ट हो रहा है, मतलब उनके जगह पर कोई ऐसा रोबोटिक्स बनाया है?
नहीं बेटा, सर की बात समझिए बच्चे, वो आपकी सैलिनिटी ऑफ सॉइल है।
आप चीजें बोल रहे हैं, दीज आर नॉट द गुड क्वेश्चंस, बट आपको समझना पड़ेगा कि कोबोटिक्स के लिए हम बेसिकली हम इंडस्ट्रियल मैन्युफैक्चरिंग और आपकी क्रिटिकल एप्लीकेशंस को लेकर काम कर रहे हैं। इंडिया के अंदर ये जो डिस्टर्बेंसेस क्रिएट होती हैं, आप इनको थोड़ा इस लेक्चर से अलग रखिए
बिकॉज़ दिस इज करेक्ट कर, यस सर,
उसके साथ अलग जुड़ती नहीं है, ये चीज हो जाती है।
यस बेटा आशुतोष, देखिए अब ये कहने का मतलब है कि सर आप अगर एग्रीकल्चर फील्ड में यील्ड ऑफ सॉइल बढ़ाना चाहते हैं, जैसे आप क्रॉप की यील्ड बढ़ा रहे हैं, आप कहिए कि क्या बोलते हैं सैलिनिटी ऑफ सॉइल, मिनरल्स के लिए सेंसर लगा सकते हैं,
सेंसर्स मिल जाते हैं आपको, लॉरावेन मिल जाती है आपको एग्रीकल्चर ड्रोन्स मिल जाते हैं, आपको एग्रीकल्चर ऑटोनोमस व्हीकल्स मिल जाते हैं। तो उसके लिए आपके ये सभी कोबोटिक्स काम करेंगे। बेसिकली उसका मतलब ये होगा कि एग्रीकल्चर यील्ड को कैसे बढ़ाना है, फार्मर जहां पर गलती कर सकता है उसकी गलती को कैसे रिमूव करना है, और उसकी जो क्रॉप की जो क्वालिटी है उसको कैसे इंप्रूव कर सकते हैं यूजिंग टेक्नोलॉजी। कोबोटिक्स ये है। आप तो जो बात कर रहे हैं वो तो गवर्नमेंट का पॉलिसी
के ऊपर एग्जैक्टली, तो यही जो सर कह रहे हैं बेटा, उसका यही मतलब है इन चीजों का कि सॉल्यूशंस जो है वो तो ह्यूमंस को ही निकालने पड़ेंगे चीजों के, तो ये डिस्प्यूट्स को रोबोट सॉल्व नहीं कर सकते बच्चे, ठीक है।
मेरे को लगता है शायद बच्चों ने थोड़ा इसको पर्सनली ले लिया है।
अरे नहीं सर, ये तो देखिए सर, ये मैं तो इसको एक पॉजिटिव बात मानता हूँ कि यदि स्टूडेंट के मन में कुछ भी आया और वो पूछ रहा है, इसका मतलब वो टोटली करेक्टेड है।
अब जैसे सर क्या हो रहा है, मैं आपको एक चीज बताता हूँ। अब जैसे हम लोग यहाँ पर फॉरेनर्स हैं, मैं कार्तिक घर को एक एग्जांपल भी देना चाहूंगा। हम लोग जैसे फॉरेनर्स हैं, अभी मेरे को वियतनामीज उतनी वर्किंग नहीं आती, बट मैं इतनी वियतनामीज बोल लेता हूँ कि बच्चों से मैं इंटरेक्ट कर सकता हूँ। लेकिन मैं अब ये तो है नहीं कि मैं वियतनामीज को मैं करूँ उसके ऊपर मैं लेक्चर देना शुरू कर दूं, क्योंकि मेरा लेक्चर इंग्लिश में होता है और मैं चाइनीज यूज करता हूँ, मेरे को चाइनीज आती है, मैं चाइनीज में बोल सकता हूँ, ठीक है। तो आपको हैरानी होगी सर, हम लोग क्या करते हैं, हम लोग होलोलेंस 2 भी लगा सकते हैं। अभी मैंने एक मैनेजमेंट को ये भी लग के दिया कि होलोलेंस 2 हम लोग लगा लें, उससे एक वर्चुअल एक टीचर बन जाएगा। हम इंग्लिश में बात करें लेकिन वो टीचर एक तरीके से वियतनामीज में कन्वर्ट करके हमें बताएगा, तो ये भी एक तरीका है।
सर अब ये देखिए, कार्तिक तो हमारी जॉब्स लेना चाह रहा है। कार्तिक कह रहा है कि सर अगर आगे जाके ऐसा हो गया।
कोबोटिक्स का मतलब ही सर क्या है? कोबोटिक्स का मतलब है जॉब्स लेना नहीं, जॉब्स के साथ काम करना। अब जैसे
कार्तिक का क्वेश्चन देखिए ना सर,
अब जैसे मान लो कि आज आप एक विंड मिल के ऊपर आप एक लेक्चर दे रहे हैं, तो कोबोटिक बेसिकली क्या करेगा कि विंड मिल के ऊपर एडवांसमेंट्स क्या हो रही हैं, न्यूज क्या लेटेस्ट चल रही है, तो वो आपको इन्फॉर्मेशन देगा ताकि लेक्चर में और बेटरनेस आए और लेक्चर में और एनहांसमेंट्स आए। तो ये चीज है।
ओके, तो कार्तिक यस
के अंदर हम ये भी यूज कर रहे हैं फिलहाल। तो
कार्तिक ऐसा नहीं होगा, कार्तिक ऐसा नहीं होगा कि बिल्कुल रिप्लेस हो जाएगा।
अभी जैसे मैं आपको एक चीज बताता हूँ सर, हमारे पास एक प्रोजेक्ट आया था, डेंटिस्ट का एक प्रोजेक्ट आया था। हमने उस प्रोजेक्ट को इंप्लीमेंट भी करके दिया है कि जैसे मान लो कि एक पर्सन ने फेशियल सर्जरी करवानी है, ठीक है सर। अब ये तो डेंटिस्ट को तो पता नहीं चलेगा कि भी किस दांत को कहां से क्या ठीक करना है। बेसिकली वो होलोलेंस 2 लगा ले, वो उसको फेस करेगा, वो एक ऑब्जेक्ट बनाकर कंप्यूटर VR के थ्रू उसको बता देगा कि हाँ जी सर, इसको सर्जरी को ऐसे करके ये पर्सन के दांत ऐसे लगेंगे। तो हमने ये भी प्रोजेक्ट किया हुआ है। हम डेंटल के अंदर भी यूज कर रहे हैं वर्चुअल रियलिटी को, तो ये भी चीज है। उसके लिए हम लोग फेसबुक की टेक्नोलॉजी यूज करते हैं और माइक्रोसॉफ्ट की टेक्नोलॉजी यूज कर रहे हैं।
So HOD sir, now I think that we should now wrap up this session now, because I think
Kunal, please.
we have already exceeded the time. And last and final call, if lastly anyone wants to raise hand, then please go ahead. This is the last question we'll incorporate.
I can say a good question, I can say.
A good question, yes, correct. क्या बोलते हैं, रोबोट से टीचर्स की जॉब और क्या बोलते हैं फार्मर्स के डिस्प्यूट सॉल्व मत करवाओ यार, कुछ ऐसा पूछो इंटरेस्टिंग सा, तो उसके लिए यू आर वेलकम। एनीवन प्लीज? पटेल सर जरा मॉनिटर करिए, कोई अगर है तो फिर ठीक है, वरना आई विल ब्रिंग इन द हेड ऑफ द डिपार्टमेंट फॉर वोट ऑफ थैंक्स प्लीज।
No left.
Okay. Okay, yeah. So let us wind up. So today was a very interesting topic, and we are very thankful. Actually, now the Department of VC shares a very special relation with Dr. Anand. He always, comes to us and listens to us. In COVID also, he was with us. And from your feedbacks, we'll definitely again arrange a session with him. Probably in a new field as well. You can also connect to him. He has been very generous that he has shared all his, Instagram links and LinkedIn links and Facebook links and all, and his YouTube channels as well. And he is once again telling you, all those students who are in 3rd year and 4th year, he is telling you that he has seats for MTech and the PhD students as well. So you people can connect to him and go abroad in Vietnam. You can pursue your research as a career. Fine. So now, thank you so much, Anand sir. Now I would like
यहाँ
to
पर मैं आपको एक और चीज मैं बोलना चाहूंगा बच्चों के लिए कि हम यहाँ पर स्टूडेंट से पहले एक रिसर्चर बच्चे को देखते हैं कि वो एक रिसर्च कर सकता है, क्योंकि हम रिसर्च ओरिएंटेड एटमॉस्फेयर में हम बात करते हैं। तो मतलब आप लगा लीजिए कि टीचिंग से ज्यादा स्ट्रेस जो यहाँ पर है वो रिसर्च पे है हमारा।
Okay, so as students are saying, sir, eligibility to join with you, तो eligibility केवल passion है और problem solving
पैशन है
skills
और
है।
आपका प्रॉब्लम सॉल्विंग स्किल्स है जी वहां पर आपका।
ठीक है, तो अमित, तो कोई
मुझे
सब
डिग्री से
दरवाजे
कोई
खुले
मतलब नहीं, मुझे तो डिग्री से भी कोई
उन्हें
मतलब नहीं,
आपके
मुझे
परसेंटेज, आपकी बैग से कोई मतलब नहीं है। हाँ,
मुझे तो आपका ये देखना पड़ेगा कि आपने प्रोजेक्ट क्या किया, आपकी पब्लिकेशन क्या है, किस प्रॉब्लम को आपने रियल टाइम में सॉल्व किया हुआ है और आप किस चीज में कितना अच्छे हैं।
Yes. So Shrikar says that he's looking forward to have more sessions with you. Definitely, Shrikar, we'll get connected. Now, bringing in the head of the department, Dr. R.K. Yadav, sir, please for the vote of thanks. Dr. R.K. Yadav, over to you, sir.
Thank you, Kunal. Myself, Dr. R.K. Yadav, on the behalf of the Department of Electronics and Communication Engineering, RKGIT Ghaziabad, and on my own behalf, I would like to thank Dr. Anand Nayyar for delivering such an interactive session on this topic, cobotics, and offering, we can say that the next coming lecture, we can say that in the next one, that is on quantum computing. As well as we can say that offering the, we can say that the MTech and the PhD collaboration with our student, that is called as the cobotics. That is collaboration of the, we can say that students with the Dr. Anand. So I would like to thank you, sir, for this nice, we can say, generous offer from your side and the generous lecture from your side. I would like to thank Sri Akshat Goyalji, the Vice Chairman, the RKGIT Group, for giving this platform for us to deliver this lecture. We can say that to provide this platform. I would like to also thank Dr. Lakshman Prasad, the advisor, RKGIT Group, Dr. D.K. Chauhan, sir, Executive Director, and I'm very much thankful to Dr. D.R. Somashekar, sir, who has just permitted us for this webinar. We can say that. Thanks to Dr. Vikesh Kumar, Director Academics, sir. Thanks to Dr. Dean Sri Ajit Garg, sir, Dr. Punichan Srivastav, and a special thanks to Dr. Pawan Kumar Shukla, who collaborated this, we can say that Zoom platform. And at the last, we can say that I am thankful to the SPIU, that is State Project Implementation Unit, AKTU, Sri Dr. Anil Kumar and Dr. Mahavir Singh Naruka from SPIU, Uttar Pradesh, AKTU, who has constantly agreed for us and collaborated with us for providing, we can say that, the opportunity to interact on the link Zoom, we can say that. And finally, we can say that thanks to the Charu ma'am, Dr. Charu Tyagi, and the Kunal Lala for coordinating this whole event. Thanks to all the faculty members of the Department of Electronics, and the special thanks to all the students, those who participated this event, we can say that successfully. And here we can say Dr. Anand Nayyar very patiently and asked the questions to Dr. Anand Nayyar and taken the advantage of the topic cobotics, and we'll see that so many lectures in future, as per this students are demanding that Dr. Nayyar can deliver some more lectures in future. So I request Dr. Nayyar also to, we can have some more lectures in the coming days. We can say that as per the availability of Dr. Anand Nayyar, I know that Dr. Nayyar is very busy, because once I talked to him that he was saying that I don't have the time to deliver the session and all these things, but from his busy schedule, he just given that this time, we can say it. So I'm thankful to him on my behalf. And
sir, do you have MTech students in your college?
Right now, sir, this year we started the MTech program, and we got some admissions in MTech this year.
Okay, so we can arrange some meetup with MTech students, and I can guide them something with the projects that we can do. And I'm looking forward for some like fellowship assistance, remote fellowship assistance for my university.
I will just find out the feasibility from BTech students. I will just select 3 or 4.
Sir, actually, I'm saying openly because the BTech students are listening to me. Actually, I don't have any problem with any BTech student, but the main thing is that BTech student, I need something like they have the will to explore the problems, and they have the will to solve the problems in a definite amount of time. And I need some good skills that yes, I'm giving them the problem and I'm getting the solution in 3 to 4 days. That's
we'll just see that how many students are interested. We'll just shout out from our side first of all. We'll shortlist this, and then we'll.
Because sir, you will be stunned to note, sir, what I'm going to say you right now. Because in my lab only, I have requirements for 6 IoT people and 3 robotics people, and I'm having requirements for more than 3 PhD scholars and 2 postdoc people also.
Okay.
So you can say that if they are connecting to me, so they have the even opportunity to even deliver lecture in my university also.
Definitely, sir. Definitely. I'll just try to.
I look for the best, sir. Actually, we look for the best. Actually.
Yeah, definitely. That should be there. That should be there. Fine, sir. Sir, can we also join MTech webinar? Mr. Amit, what is this?
That depends on him, sir. That depends on him.
Yeah.
Because for MTech, sir, we have to go for another type of guidance, like for other.
Definitely. So, thank you, Dr. Anand Nair, for such a wonderful, we can say, session and such a wonderful talk. We can say that on my behalf and my student behalf and faculty behalf. Thank you to you. Kunal, thanks.
Yes,
a lot.
thank you. So finally, it was a wonderful show. Finally, it was a wonderful show. As we can see that it was a very energetic talk. And, you know, I'll just like to tell Dr. Anand, he knows it as well. The session was only for our students only. So the numbers were constantly above 100. And the fourth year is busy in the placement drive. So these were basically the first year to third year students, I guess. And they all were joined over here.
Can we arrange one session for the students of BTech that how they can prepare themselves for the career interviews as well as for...
Sir, definitely. ये तो बहुत अच्छा होगा, sir. इससे best होगा, sir. अभी placement drive चल रही है, अगर ऐसा
सर आप टाइम बता दीजिएगा, I will arrange this, no issue.
आप अरेंज कर लो, कोई दिक्कत नहीं, क्योंकि एक्चुअली अगर आपका थर्ड ईयर का स्टूडेंट अगर मेरे साथ एक इंटरेक्शन करे तो मैं उनको ये बता दूंगा कि बेसिकली इंटरव्यूज को कैसे प्रिपेयर करना है, रिज्यूम को कैसे ठीक करना है, और उसके बाद आपको अपनी कंपनी के अंदर आपको कैसे प्रेजेंटेशन कैसे ठीक करना है.
सर इन दिस प्रेजेंटेशन दैट स्टूडेंट फ्रॉम सेकंड ईयर, थर्ड ईयर एंड फाइनल ईयर आर देयर मोस्टली.
उसमें लेकिन अभी सेकंड ईयर के बच्चे भी थोड़े ज्यादा जल्दी होते हैं. थर्ड और फोर्थ ईयर के बच्चे उसमें मैं करना चाहूंगा, क्योंकि उसमें मैं फिर उनको रिज्यूम राइटिंग बता दूंगा, साथ में मैं उनको ये बता दूंगा कि कॉन्फिडेंस स्किल्स कैसे इंप्रूव करने हैं ताकि इंटरव्यू ज्यादा बढ़िया जाए.
सर ये तो बहुत अच्छा रहेगा सर.
उसके बाद सैलरी भी नेगोशिएट कर पाएंगे वो.
So we will have just within this week only, we can say that. I will just discuss with you, sir.
नहीं सर, within तो अभी तो क्रिसमस वीकेंड है सर. नेक्स्ट वीक प्लान करते हैं सर. अभी तो
ये तो अगले साल ही प्लान होगा सर. अभी तो हम लोग भी खुद एक्चुअली वाइंड अप कर रहे हैं. बस कल परसों से तो मैं खुद भी लैब भी क्लोज कर रहा हूँ
सर. न्यू ईयर में करते हैं सर. अभी फेस्टिव सीजन है, न्यू ईयर में. हाँ, नए साल में करते हैं सर. नए साल में ये चीज करते हैं. थैंक यू सो मच सर फॉर दिस एनर्जेटिक प्रेजेंटेशन एज ऑलवेज एंड फॉर बीइंग एसोसिएटेड विद अस. इट्स अ प्रिविलेज for us to hear it from you again, and I would like to thank all the students, Dr. Anand Nair, Dr. Pavan Kumar Shukla, Dr. Puneet Chand Srivastav sir, and special thanks to SPIU for providing us the Zoom platform. Always SPIU helps us, so collectively we have put forward a wonderful show today. So thank you so much. You will get the certificates within 72 working hours after filling the feedback link. Fine. So I think Dr. Anand, now we should wrap up and we should end this session now. So yeah, sure, over to you. So all of you just take care, stay home, stay safe. Thank you, Dr. Saab. Namaskar. बहुत धन्यवाद आपका. Thank you,
sir, Dr. Thank you, sir.
Thank you, Dr. Yadav, for inviting me.
Thank you, sir.
For more webinars for the student, especially for quantum communication and career guidance and job methodologies.
Thank you, sir. Thank you, sir.
Okay, students. Now we are ending it. You can fill the feedback link and leave the meeting. Thank you so much, everyone.
Thank you, sir. Thank you so much.
Okay, take care.